I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You got to check out the video, this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, because this girl could be my new favorite hero.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, man. She could be my kid. She really, really could. As she's taking this frigid hike, a little kid on a hike, and she's walking along this muddy, snow-lined trail, and she is just complaining. And that's why I think she's probably my kid, really.
I am tired. I am sick. I am tired. I am wet. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Nothing else can go on.
I love this kid.
Minus the really cute voice, she also sounds a lot like what I would sound like on a hike.
Yeah, every time Joe
every
time Joe and Sarah invited me to a hike, that's what I was like. These are the reasons I don't want to go, guys.
No, there's no little spot to go get some food. There's no concessions on a hike.
Yeah.
You're crazy to go hiking with those two because they go, they go up mountains and switchbats. I mean, it's like And
this is a Sarah thing that she got Joe hooked on, right?
Yeah.
And she got him hooked because she'd always invite one of her attractive friends.
That's how you do it.
So Joe would go on the hike not realizing, well, it's really not date time.
Yeah.
Steve, you nailed it.
Yeah. Well, one of us nailed something.
Hey-yo. Which is funny because BJ said that would be his kid. No, his kids love hiking, so this is just his, person who,
Oh, that's why I'm getting a DNA test for both of them.
That's fair. Maybe they aren't your kids.
That's the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree version of a kid right there.
Yeah, I'm like,
tired, I'm hungry, the latest episode of Star Trek is on.
Yeah, I want to watch that. Come on.
These walking poles are not really working.
Love that kid. Though I did take a hike yesterday with the walking poles. Well, a walk, really, with Sarah.
All right, which mall did you go to?
We were outside, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't need the hiking poles in the mall. Pretty much everything is the same surface.
I kind of wish you would use them there.
Yeah. Well, there are people that do because, I'm not, I don't know. I haven't got to that point in my life where.
Fair.
But it's like, our internet was out. We didn't know what to do. We're like, what do we do with our lives? The internet's out.
I think we should go outside. Can we go outside without the internet? I'm not sure. Let's find out.
Yeah. Oh, man. So that's what we did. Took a little daddy-daughter walk and, got her done.
That's impressive that you're able to find where to go without your internet.
Yeah,
how about that? Yeah. Well, it's it's called Peloton problems because obviously you can't use the Peloton and do the classes without the internet.
Oh, so I was like, okay, well now we can't do something physical. I'm assuming it wasn't you that was going.
Oh, I'm not the Peloton boy.
Have you used the Peloton yet?
No, you have to have special sneakers that hook in, and I was like, I'm not buying shoes for this. And also, the seat is way too small. You know, you got to get like shorts that, it's a racket.
Excuses.
I don't know why they don't just give you a regular bicycle seat like back in the day when we had or give me a banana seat. Give me something.
I was going to work out today, but I didn't find my shoes. I had the wrong shoes for it.
You had this thing for how long? I thought you were going to give this thing a whirl.
Look at Danny. Danny, do you understand that they're lock-in shoes? They have like special things at the bottom.
But you can do other exercises, right? You can turn the screen and do like physical workouts.
Well, at that point, I could put on a YouTube video. I don't need a Peloton to do a workout video.
Yeah, honestly, though, as much as I want to give BJ a hard time, the last thing I'm going to do with the Peloton bike is do other workouts that don't involve the Peloton bike. To me, that sounds like a massive waste of money.
That's just what Sarah told me, okay? She says she does those all the time.
Yeah, because she also rides the bike, too, Danny.
Can you just, like, duct tape your shoes to the pedals?
I'm sure that's safe. I'm sure that's fine. And besides, after that Sex and the City guy had a heart attack, even though it wasn't real life, I said, I'm not doing it.
Don't they have like just like universal like little foot slots? They can just put like your feet in a hole. Or do you have to have those shoes?
You have to have those shoes.
Because I mean they have them at the gym.
Yeah, they have them at our gym downstairs.
They have Pelotons at the gym.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, $5 will get you those little.
All right, Sarah, am I wrong about that? Do you have to have the shoes? Yeah, I mean,
you have to have the shoes.
At least on her version, you do.
I don't know. If I go to the gym and they got little slip-ins, I'll just pull them off and sell them to you for like $5.
Yeah. Oh, well, thanks for that.
Just don't tell the company.
I won't. Yeah, well, I think you've already told them, but that's okay.
Listen.
Yeah. But yeah, listen. Or I could just, continue with my life as it is.
I just assumed that like the Pelotons there just don't have anything. Like I thought you could just like plug and play.
I don't know about your gym stuff. I'm only talking. I only know about Sarah's bike.
I mean, I just look at it and I don't spend much time looking at it because I'm like I'm not doing that. So that's like the least of my concerns. But like I see the Peloton bikes in there.
I actually was really impressed when they had the Pelotons downstairs because I was like, wow, they have 4 of those. Those aren't cheap.
Damn.
And the only
highfalutin.
Yeah. The only way you can ride a Peloton without the special shoes is if you switch out the pedals. So you can't switch out the pedals, so you don't need the shoes.
That's what that
means. Well, we gotta buy. We don't have pedals to switch out, so it's another purchase.
$5. I'll get you those pedals.
All right. Listen, I'm not going to turn that down. That's a great deal, $5, and you perhaps get arrested for theft. My life is perfect. I get the pedals, and you're the one going to the You're going to the big joint.
I'll borrow one of Vicky's wigs. They'll never know it's me.
No, they actually won't know it's you because they'll be like, couldn't have been Steve. He hasn't had hair for decades.
Yeah, you can ride with regular shoes. Another person just said.
Yeah, well, not the one that we have.
$15.
Well, again, if you guys want to get them, I don't know why
would you actually use it?
No, I'm not invested in this. I don't know why you guys are. I mean, all
remembering that you bought it and you're like, oh, I might use it, and you never have.
And you always complain about never exercising.
I exercise. I walk. What is going on with you? It's not like you guys are 100% exercise stars.
You know why? It's because originally when the Peloton, you guys got the Peloton, you're like, no, biking is bad for my knees. It's not good. And then you go and find out that it actually is okay for you. Your doctor said
what
so.
What the F is up with all of you people with the lecturing about something I said 6 months ago? I'm not married to you, Vicky. You don't have to remind me of what I said 6 months ago.
Well,
shut the F up.
I'm like your mother.
Wife's not here, so we're just trying to kind of fill the hole.
God, all right. If this is what you want me to be to you for every little thing you guys don't do in your life, and by the way,
you are that person.
No, I don't bother you about what you should do. When was the last time I bothered you about your life?
I remember, Steve. What was the last thing you bought for Jada? Man, you don't know how to spend your money. Me.
Wow, how about Steve? Apparently, she's sticking up for you.
I'm sticking up for you. That's what you sound like.
Wow.
And I have to listen to it every day.
I was so excited to hear what you were going to say when you said, hey, Steve, because I'm like, I'm really not thinking of any examples of BJ doing any kind of like.
And he's
I don't tell Steve what to do.
Spending your money.
He is spending his money, and he agrees. It's not like he gets that every time the kid goes to Target. He's got to walk out with something.
Are you my wife now? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
is this what you want me to be to you?
Yeah, on it. What is happening? And by the way, Vicky, when does she ever listen to the show? She's like, I have to listen to it every day. You don't listen to anything.
I do. I just pretend I don't, so you don't talk to me.
All right. Wow.
Friday yet?
And I had a lot of candy.
I have been looking forward to Friday since Monday.
By the way, first of all, Trolly McTrollerstein, you can't complain because you love this stuff. You just love throwing stuff in there and hand grenades. So don't sit there and go, oh, well, it's Friday. I can't believe I got to be with this. You love to troll people. And Steve, Steve is Steve.
Thank you. Yeah. That's about it. That's about all it is.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Our music and travel website said, look, it's time. We got to put this list together because there are people that go to concerts and they are jerks. Okay, they just are. And their names, just one, Danny V. That's it. So pretty much everything on this list of what jerks do at concerts are just like, what does Danny V do at a concert?
That's fair.
Yeah. It's not jumping up and down, landing on a beer bottle and breaking your foot. But one of my buddies on Facebook posted a conversation about something like this, and I thought it was an interesting one because, obviously everyone's got their opinion on it, and it was kind of polarizing for something that's not super serious. But what's your take on people singing very loudly throughout an entire concert? Because they were talking about how they were, I think, at a Taylor Swift show, and they were stuck next to somebody who was just screaming, singing the entire time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I get it. You paid the ticket. It's your favorite singer, and you're singing along. But there comes a point where it's like, dude, I paid to see Taylor sing, not you. And I kind of was on the line of the person who made the post. I'm like, I don't hate it, but when you sing the entire time and you're singing poorly, it is a distraction.
And especially in it's a great example with Taylor Swift because sometimes you're not anywhere close. Like if you're in a smaller venue, you're probably not going to hear somebody sitting right next to you because it's so loud. Yeah. But at Taylor Swift, you're probably sitting in the 300 level, and there you're going to hear everything everyone's doing.
And I'm torn because there are moments where there are sing-along parts where you do feel like that community and that vibe of we're all singing along for whom the bell tolls, But there are moments where I'm like, okay, I came to see James Hetfield sing this, not you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, you're not alone, guys. This is the number one thing on the list. Outperforming the performer.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Because some people, I feel are singing so loud that they want to hear you more than it. Because I think you could still sing along and we could still hear the singer and it's all good.
Yeah.
And this list here is interesting because depending upon the performer, because a lot of pop stars, if you're going to see that Rhiannon kid, who the
hell is that?
Rihanna.
Oh,
yeah. Oh. If you're going to see Rihanna, nobody came to see you dance either. That's the other thing that people say. Don't outperform the performer. Like singing and dancing way too much. Nobody wants to see that. Apparently, people don't like to see you dance.
Dancing doesn't bother me.
No.
Unless you're trying to dance on me and I don't want you to dance on me. And that happened at a Chili Peppers show once. And it was just
I'm sorry, Steve. I really thought you were into it.
It was a girl and she's kind of trying to grind on me almost. And then I'm like, can you stop? And then there's the boyfriend.
Oh,
and
there was a boyfriend involved?
So I'm thinking either he is cool with this or it's going to we're going to have an issue.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a boyfriend there.
Yeah, BJ was rude of you.
Sorry about that.
That just sparked a memory from this weekend at emo night. Joe was so drunk. Technically, he was dancing up on me, but his back was against me, so I think I was holding him up so he didn't fall over because he was that drunk.
That's really what it was.
Butt to butt?
Yeah, well, I'm short, so it was more like his butt to my back. Yeah. But I was I feel like I'm holding him up.
That's
okay,
exactly.
But he's dancing, so I'm like, all right, I won't move.
I think that's was that. Vicky, you called it. I don't think he was trying to get sexy. He was just like, look, I need stability.
I was helping a brother out.
Yeah.
Don't
I can fall over at any time.
Yeah. So that's the number one thing on this list of things that make you a jerk at a concert when you outperform the performer singing and dancing.
Dancing? I don't care.
Doesn't bother you?
No.
Aggressive dancing is a little much for me depending upon the situation.
Well, if you're standing right in front of me and doing some weird rave dance,
yes.
I'd be like, okay, can you move over a little bit?
If it's in your space, I get that.
Well, that's the problem. If you're SRO, you're almost in somebody's space and you really it's all over but the crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this one? Shoving your way through so that you can get to the best spot, even though it's like, look, I was here first. I got here early for this reason. What are you doing?
To be honest, I never want to be in the quote unquote best spot, which would be all the way to the front. So if you're shoving through, like, go ahead. I don't care. Like, I'm usually trying to get close to the soundboard.
You know, and I think that's something to be said about rock shows as opposed to other shows. Like rock shows, it seems almost like acceptable. Like where it's like if you just say excuse me, people aren't going to throw unless you're tall.
Yeah.
Like if Joe's trying to get to the front of
That's
the crowd.
kind of why I don't do it.
Yeah. That's different. But like I can see like at like a Taylor Swift show on the floor, if you're trying to push people through, people are going to get angry.
I would get angry at any show. It's like I got here for this position, especially again if it's SRO. What are you doing?
That's just welcome to being at a concert, man. Like, at some point the crowds, people are trying to get in and out. I mean, sometimes there's mosh pits that start.
Yep.
I mean, I just anticipate if I'm in the pit or in a standing room situation, I might not be in that same spot for the entire night. Like, it's just people are coming and going.
Yeah.
What if someone went to go get a drink and they're trying to get back to their spot and you're being like Captain Douche, like, don't get past me. It's like,
Or like you're not going to stand there for 4 hours and not go to the bathroom, especially this guy.
Well, that's
Mr.
why
PJ.
that's why I don't go to concerts. There's no way I can ever. I mean, are you kidding me? Unless they let me have a bathroom right on my seat.
I do have a caveat though, because I'm not bothered by that so long as you're not sweaty and shirtless.
That is very fair.
I hate when that happens, when someone's like trying to get through and it's like some big dude and he's just been in the pit and like you just feel the slime against your arm. And you're like, dude.
Do you remember that scene in Along Came Polly when they're playing basketball and the guy's belly is all sweaty and he rubs up against Ben Stiller's face? Because of my height, that is me.
Oh, so yeah, at least I'm getting the arm. I'm not getting, like, that would be your forehead.
It's just like, just man boobs. Pfft.
Oh, Vicky, you're living the dream.
Yeah, man, the sweaty concert guy is the one that kind of gets me.
Sweaty concert guy, really. I mean, I guess you could put that under not looking out for others. Be aware of your surroundings. Try not to block another person's
I put
view.
it with the push your way through. That's what I'm talking about. I don't mind if you're sweaty and shirtless. Just don't touch me. That's all.
Unless you're in the ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you can touch Steve all you want.
Because it's consensual.
It's consensual sweatiness, shirtiness.
And we're both fighting for a belt.
Yes.
How about this one? I guess I never, and that is insulting the artist, which I guess they put under this umbrella when people throw things. Yeah, the throwing things I don't get. I don't know why people are throwing things on stage.
Unless it's underwear.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Or joints.
Yeah. But I mean, people throwing bottles and stuff up there. And if you've never performed, you don't understand that those bright lights, you can't see that stuff coming.
Yep.
So you really just shouldn't be throwing anything on stage unless it's underwear.
And by the time you see it coming, it's too late.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the beach balls? When people do the beach ball and they start hitting them all around the concert, gets on stage. I know some people, they try to confiscate them, but I think they're fun.
Oh, see, I've never actually seen somebody bring those in. I've only seen the bands throw them out, and then they just go in the whole
At
concert.
concerts, it doesn't bug me, but like when I go to wrestling shows, that was like a trend for a half a second, like a couple of years ago, where if a match was boring, somebody would blow up a beach ball and they'd start like hitting it around the crowd, and it would be like, kind of get distracting. And like, I know the wrestlers felt insulted by it. In fact, I think it was Cesaro, one of the wrestlers for WWE. He jumped out of the ring mid-match and grabbed the beach ball and popped it.
Oh, that's fun, actually.
And it was actually got a great reaction because it was like, at that time, it was like the height of people doing that. And he was just like, I think he was fed up with it because it's distracting.
Yeah. How do you feel
Although
about
at the Bluey show, it was awesome because we were playing Keepy Uppy, and that was a good
Well,
thing.
Keepy Uppy is, that's a tradition.
Yeah, you have to play Keepy Uppy at a Bluey show.
How about trying to get on stage or booing? Do you care? Because that was number 3 on this list as far as insulting the artist. Do you care, people?
Booing?
Yeah, I mean, isn't booing
Then
part
leave.
of
If you don't like what's going on in the concert, go away,
I feel
you
like
dummy.
booing is part of like the concert experience or any kind of like vocal sort of.
I don't like booing at a con. I mean, I don't mind booing like at wrestling because that's the whole story of it all. Like, at an event where like there's a reason to boo, but like if you're booing at an artist that you paid to go see, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys seen that happen much? Booing at a concert?
No.
Unless it's a
think of
band that you didn't want to see, that could very well, like if there's an opener or something.
I have heard stories of that
Yeah.
where like the opener was like did not make sense with the headliner, and so people were like voicing their displeasure, and I'm like, go to the beer garden or go to the bathroom
Yeah,
or
that
Show up
sucks.
late.
play on your phone.
Yeah.
Like do something other than booing the band.
A lot of times, and that really, you have to. I look at it this way: with an opener, I feel like that the headliner likes these guys. Otherwise, why would they have them open for him? So maybe this is a band I should really pay attention to.
It did happen. I forgot about that. It was Deftones. They were open for KISS back in when Kiss first got back together with the makeup. We went and saw them in New York. Very odd pairing.
That's a very odd pairing.
I was fired up because I was in college, and I was like our college radio and our college TV station. We were playing Deftones videos, Deftones music. So when I showed up and I saw like Deftones shirts for sale, I didn't even know they were opening. And I'm like, what the hell? Deftones are opening? I was so excited. Man, that place, it was a chorus of boos. Nobody wanted to hear.
Oh, man.
But you know what? It got to the point where I think Kiss barely ever tours with a band unless it's like Def Leppard or like, a huge band.
Yeah.
Like they don't bring the small up and coming band like they did with the Deftones back in like late 90s. And finally Chino from the Deftones he's like, we're the Deftones and we know we're blanking good, and threw his mic down.
Yeah.
And I was like, good for you, man.
Yeah, that sucks that people, I mean, like you said, just then don't, go to the beer garden, don't get there early, but it's a great opportunity for an up-and-coming band to have a great showcase.
And like you said, I'm sure like somebody in Kiss, whether it be the management or one of the members of the band, were like, we're really digging this band. Let's give them a chance to go on tour with us.
Yeah.
So we've got a list of things here that basically people are jerks if they do this at concerts. We talk about outperform the performer, shoving your way through, insulting the artist. This one here does bother me, but I don't know, man. It might just be generational. It has being on your phone. But see, like the Vickies of the world, I mean, you just can't tell her not to be on her phone. Mm-hmm. And yet I'm at a concert and I'm like, why are you on your phone? Get off the friggin' phone and enjoy the show.
Well, my phone is so precious to me that at a concert, I will not pull it out too much because I will lose it. So I cannot.
So that's the one. Okay, so at least that's the one thing.
More.
Yeah.
I don't mind pictures and videos, but like sometimes you get to the point where you're like, dude, okay, like you're filming the entire concert like right in front of me, because your eyes gravitate towards that. But I remember one time I was getting a little annoyed with someone, and then I realized and I looked and I'm like, they were FaceTiming with somebody, and I've heard stories where people like I've heard stories where somebody like maybe is like autistic or something along those lines, but loves a band but can't be in that kind of environment, and it kind of like made me think twice about like getting too worked up about it. I'm like, granted, not everybody's doing something really cool for somebody who just can't come to a concert. But what if the one time I get annoyed with someone and it is the person doing something cool for somebody that can't come to a concert? So I just kind of just accept it.
You and I are going to disagree on this, and look, what you just said is nice. I mean, I can't disagree with
awesome.
But I think too bad. You know what? Too bad. There are things in life that you're just not going to be able to do because it's just rotten for everybody else around you. Like if I'm in a movie theater and it's the same scenario, do I get to take my phone out and let the guy watch the movie with me because he can't go to the movie because of his physical condition? Or no, you just go, you know what? Sorry, Jimmy, you can't do it. Maybe when the bootleg video comes out or if they sell the concert video, then you can show it to him.
Picture BJ grab the phone and be like, who is this? And he's like, I'm Charles. Hey, Charles, too bad. And then hang up the phone.
Too bad. I mean, you don't get to do everything. You know what I mean? You just don't get to do everything because that's, to me, especially when you're inconveniencing everybody else and you play I have this condition card, so therefore you will make everybody else miserable. I don't think you should get to make everybody else miserable because somebody has a condition. I just don't.
When I knew that and I saw that was what was going on, it made me less. It didn't make me miserable anymore. I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. Like I got more in the mindset of like, that's awesome. Like what a cool solution to really a bad hand that's been dealt to somebody.
And you and I would be like, you'd be saying that, which of course will get you into heaven, and I'd be going, I'm sorry, that kid, I don't care.
Too bad.
You know, what is it? Unless it's a Make-A-Wish, shut your phone off.
Jeez.
That's how I would be.
Oh, one texter's got a good one, and I forgot about this, and this drives me insane. I don't know how you guys feel about it. At a recent show, some girl in front of us kept dancing and throwing her head around with no regard for those around her, whipping her long hair all around over and over. Finally, my friend caught her hair and pulled it and said, whoops, sorry, it got caught in my ring, from Sarah.
Ooh.
Was that Sarah at emo night? Because I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of Sarah headbanging, but man, her hair was everywhere.
Yeah, Sarah does have some flow. And I like the ring trick.
Yeah.
Like he gets, oh, sorry, my ring. Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't bother me.
Oh, dude, I hate when like a chunk of someone's hair gets in my mouth because they're swinging it.
Yeah.
And like I'm mid-conversation.
That's why I don't do it anymore.
Your hair is in my mouth.
We've been doing this show for how many years, and you don't like it, and I like to shake my.
Your hair is so short. It takes effort for you to get it in my mouth.
Well, I rub on you is what I do. That's what it is. So you get the stubble. Obviously, getting too drunk is on the list. Sure, you know what? I mean, that's just life. Can you hold your liquor? That's all we ask in general. Disrespecting families at a concert. I guess if you're at Bluey, sure, you shouldn't be dropping F-bombs at Bluey.
I got so hammered at that Bluey show, took my shirt off and threw it at Bingo. I'm like, yeah, you rock, bingo.
You were the sweaty guy in the pit.
I was.
Yeah.
Keepy uppy.
But here's my problem. If you're bringing children to a show that is basically an adult show, like the band is an adult band, I'm sorry, but you know what? Then you're going to have to I shouldn't have to adjust my behavior at an adult show because you decided to bring children to this show. Like if you go to a Metallica concert, I understand you could be bringing young people, but it's also a Metallica concert, which means if I want to drop some F-bombs and, whatever.
Maybe you go up to them and go, too bad.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, again, I have to do so much around children, like we all do, right? We have to do so much in our lives, like to be cool around children. But then you finally get a night out. You get an adult night out.
That's fair. I mean, you are a clown on the side.
Yeah, I'm a clown on the side.
All those birthday parties, and you have to be on your best behavior. You and Joe Genie.
The great Joe Genie.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm so tired of people bringing like children to an event that really isn't a child event. It doesn't mean they can't go, but at that point you go, kid, you're going to be exposed to, a different side of life, as opposed to, you all need to know my kid's here. It's like, it's not a baseball park or something where the kids are always going to be there, but I've seen that happen where I've gone to an adult event, if you will, not like XXX, but you go to an event where it's an adult-only event usually, and then there are children there, and then they get mad at you like, you need to stop your behavior. It's like, this is
honestly,
for adults.
Every time I've been at like a Metallica show or something where kids are there, I've never had that feeling or vibe that like it sometimes felt like the parents were just as crazy as everybody else, and like the kid was having the time of their life. Like
that's
I never
cool if you got
pain in the grass. Like a lot of times I meet families, and I never felt once like, hey, can you be on your best behavior? Everyone seems to be there to party and have a good time. And obviously, I think on most people, you see a kid, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be cool. Like obviously, I'm gonna have a good time, but I'm not gonna do something ridiculous around this kid.
Yeah,
and it's never been an issue.
I don't know what disrespecting families like. This was on this list of jerks at concerts, and I'm like, well, what concert are you going to that you're bringing families that people would disrespect you unless you're at an adult show where people are going to get drunk and kind of silly?
I did get wasted at that Wiggles show on Street. And
yeah.
I regret that.
Yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
dude? You still haven't written the proper apologies.
The cops still haven't caught me yet.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills? And of course, we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Killers of the Flower Moon is now on digital.
Oh my God.
From director Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro.
You got one more chance. I'm coming after you, son.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Buy it now on digital.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? Yeah. I know Phil from Seattle is. Phil, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Phil has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do this. I love a little morning trivia.
Woo! Rupert Grint is best known for playing what Harry Potter character?
Ooh. Voldemort.
No.
Pass.
What spirit is made from fermented molasses?
Oh, what's fermented molasses? Brandy?
No.
Pass.
Europe is separated from Africa by which sea?
Mediterranean.
Yes. Tom Cruise considered pursuing a career in what sport before being injured?
Rugby?
No.
Soccer?
No.
Table tennis?
No. Which insect can most closely indicate the air temperature?
Crickets.
Yes. When it comes to texting, the abbreviation IDR stands for I don't what?
Read?
No.
Respond?
No.
Resuscitate?
No. Anne Frank's hiding place was in which city?
Vienna?
No. And Phil, you get 2 correct.
Oh, drop the deuce.
Drop the deuce on this morning trivia.
Yeah, it's a tough one today.
Yeah, maybe these were a little harder.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see.
You know, who knows? Steve has had a long weekend, so
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to do with this trivia.
My brain is fried.
Steve, are you ready? Rupert Grint is best known for playing what Harry Potter character?
Dumbledore.
No.
Crap. Gryffindor.
No.
That's it.
Schmeagol.
No. What spirit is made from fermented molasses?
Ooh, rum.
Yes.
Nice.
Europe is separated from Africa by which sea?
The Caspian.
No.
The Bering.
No.
The Great Sea.
No.
The
Tom
Great
Cruise
Sea.
considered pursuing a career in what sport before being injured?
I'm going to go basketball.
No.
Just 'cause that's funny. Tennis?
No.
Fencing.
No.
Okay, then.
Which insect
Yeah.
can most closely indicate the air temperature?
Which insect? A mosquito.
No.
A bee.
No.
I'm going to go with ladybug.
No.
Oh.
When it comes to texting, the abbreviation IDR stands for I don't what?
I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Anne Frank's hiding place was in which city?
Paris.
No.
Texas.
No. Why?
I come from Texas.
And you get 2 correct as well, which is a tie.
Oh, that was a good game.
Oh, Phil, so close
Phil.
to a victory, but at
That
least
was
you
a
did.
tough one.
Phil, we both should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's
I know. Those are tough, though.
They
I will say
were.
that.
Steve, you were so excited to get two correct.
You really were.
I was very excited to know I didn't lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the key. He thought for sure he was done.
I thought I got whooped.
No, you both kind of whipped each other.
Yep.
Rupert Grint is best known for playing what Harry Potter character?
Danny knows this.
Ron Weasley.
Come on.
Yes, one of the main ones.
Yeah, he's one of the big three, buddy.
Yeah, I couldn't have even thought of anyone. If I just kept guessing Harry Potter names, I would never have gotten
You
to
would
Ron
have never
Weasley.
done
Yeah, you wouldn't have got there.
One Phil Digger correct. Europe is separated by Africa by Mediterranean Sea.
Okay.
Tom Cruise considered pursuing a career in what sport?
Was it baseball?
It was wrestling.
Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I could kind of see that, kind of tinier, a little scrawny.
All right.
One that Phil did correct. Which insect can most closely indicate the air temperature? That's a cricket.
Oh,
how about that? I didn't know that about crickets.
And does anyone know Anne Frank's hiding place? Which city?
Is it a place in Germany? Like, is it
Amsterdam?
Oh, Amsterdam.
I was trying to think of a city in Germany when I spit out Texas.
Amsterdam is not a city in Germany either. So.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Texas is a great city, though.
Texas.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on tying Phil.
Nice going. You and I both really know a lot about Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nothing.
I knew she hid.
Yeah. That's all I remember.
That's all
I remember about Anne Frank. I mean, I had to read the book like everybody else did in my generation.
I'm sure history repeats itself. Tatum at some point is going to have to learn about it, and that's when I'll learn about it.
I wonder if they still do.
I don't know.
I feel like, there's probably other things that they could have kids learn about these days because so much more history has happened.
And who reads books nowadays? They could just watch the new mini series or whatever Disney just put out about Anne Frank.
Yeah, Disney did a mini series about Anne Frank.
A Small Light, yes.
What is it like a documentary or is it like they're recreating with actors?
Recreating with actors.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess their story still is relevant then.
Huh.
If Disney's
there'll
doing
be a
it.
whole new group of people probably learning about it.
I wish they would just do videos. I would have loved that as a kid. I hated
Not have
reading.
to read.
Yeah, man, I love videos. I would have been doing that forever. Oh, well. Well, congratulations, Steve.
Thanks, man.
There's a video I don't know if you've seen. You can check it out on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. It's of a Spirit Airlines employee using tape on a wing before a flight is about to take off. I would be tripping myself. Now, I don't know much about the what they have to do and why this is probably normal, but...
Well, what kind of tape are they using? Scotch tape? I'd be a little concerned.
Yeah, well, here's a TikTok user, My Honey Smacks.
Is that her God-given name?
That's her guy. That's her name. Yeah. Here she is commenting while filming the taping of the repairs being taped.
This is the exact reason why I don't fly with Spirit. I don't care if it is aviation, airplane tape, or nothing. The fact that you even have to take the plane together, and then you doing it while people are on the flight like we cannot see you. After a while, that's going to need a fresh new coat of tape. That tape going to lose their stickiness. You flying all around the world and you got tape holding it together?
I do love her commentary.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she should really comment on a lot of things.
It is what kind of like putting it alongside like one of the engines. Is that what it was? And is it like just like duct tape on there?
It's called speed tape apparently, and and I guess it's very common for temporary repairs, not only on planes but also on race cars.
Oh.
So
yeah, but temporary. That doesn't make me feel like I don't know if I'd feel too confident going into the air and like just flying for several hours with temporary tape on there.
The hope is that temporary, meaning is it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then once they get another plane to sub for that plane, then they can pull it out and fix it the right way.
Yeah, once it gets to Vegas, they'll be good to go to fix it all up.
I say that I'd still get on the plane.
Oh, yeah,
if I need to get somewhere, I'm like, you know what? I'm sure they've done it before. I'm ssure we'll be fine. And yeah, they say I guess it's just used as a temporary seal of gap, and it's not that big of a deal.
All right.
Yeah. That's
but
the problem.
Seeing it is what do they call it? The optics of something. The optics are kind of weird that you're seeing somebody tape up an airplane before you're getting in the air.
It reminds me of have you guys ever seen on cars where they buy those big Band-Aids to cover up dents and stuff? They're completely fake, but it's just almost comical. It's the same kind of thing. They should make them in Band-Aid form.
The optics are not good. Even though I know and I just read read the reason and what's up and all that. It still looks bad when you're on a plane because you're very high up.
Speed tape, it's made of heavy-duty aluminum, and according to the FFA, they say it's just for temporary minor repairs to non-structural aircraft components. I would be a little more freaked out if it taping it around a wing.
Oh, it's made of aluminum, though. I didn't know that you could get tape made of aluminum.
Speed tape.
Oh, I bet it's probably pretty good stuff, which is probably why they put it on race cars and planes.
Yeah, they use it to patch cracks on planes and things along those lines. Still don't really want to know that information.
Yeah.
I almost feel like you got to be like, everyone look to the right for the next 30 seconds.
Exactly. It's like when you take blood.
Yeah.
I don't want, I know you got to do it. I know it's going to come out of me. I just don't want to see it happening. So I would rather not know. And, And
it says a kind of adhesive that's capable of sticking on an airplane or anything at high speeds. That's why it's called speed tape.
Oh, makes sense because race cars too. Okay. Because they go fast, those planes.
Well, it also could be used for bullet damage to combat aircrafts as well. So if you ever in a drive-by, have some speed tape, and you can fix
That's
your car.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess, if you're in the know, like if you've been in the military or whatever, it makes a lot of sense. But for us folks that don't know any of that, it's scary as hell.
Although I do love My Honey Smacks comment. Was that her name?
My Honey Smacks, yeah.
She can. If she does commentary on everything, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I think we've hit upon a star.
Honey Smacks a really good kind of cereal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're hers. Okay, that's
I
the whole
got- yeah,
idea.
no,
It's My
I
Honey
can't touch
Smacks.
hers.
So
but
don't,
I kind of want some.
Yeah. And Vicky, so maybe we'll have Vicky follow her and see if there's anything else we want to talk about.
Okay, now she earned a follow.
Yeah. All right, there you go. All right, well, Uber released the 10 things that people have left behind the most over the past year. And I am so deathly afraid of that. I do checks of everything. I put everything in my pockets. I make sure I got nothing out.
I think my biggest fear would be like a wallet or keys.
Ooh.
Everything else, I guess phone.
My mom lost her glasses in an Uber.
Ooh.
And it was like her prescription sunglasses because we had gone to a Mariners game.
Did she set them down?
No. Well, so we went to the Mariners game when it was bright outside, but then when we were leaving, it was dark, and so she took her sunglasses off, and I think they just fell out of her purse.
She doesn't want to be like her son and wear sunglasses in the dark.
No, of course not.
What's wrong with her?
Yeah.
No, I try to inspire her, but no.
Unreal.
Well, if it fell out of your purse, that sucks. I mean, that you don't know. Clothing is the number one thing that people leave behind.
Clothing?
Which is interesting.
Like a hoodie or a hat.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, see, that's why.
A jacket.
That's why I keep everything
Underwear.
on me. Oh, yeah, underwear I lose a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, that happens, Phones are the number 2 thing, though. And to me, I'm like, okay, you've got to be drunk.
Yeah.
You have to be drunk to leave
But when
it
I'm
behind.
drunk, I feel like if you're drunk, I almost feel like my phone is in my hand and I'm like playing on the internet or I'm texting buddies or something. Hey, I'm so wasted. I'm in an Uber. You know what I mean? Like you're, at least it's in your hand. The chances of me like leaving without it are pretty. Also, like a lot of times I have it in my hand just because I'm kind of keeping tabs on where we're going with the Uber. And also I want to quickly send the tip and be done with it as soon as the trip is over. So I won't ever really forget my phone for those reasons.
So I wonder it's got to be people just massively trashed.
That
Or
or just
falling out of there. Maybe, you know what?
You're in
Maybe
there
Danny's mom is probably just have everything falling out
I'll
of
just
her
blame
purse.
his mom for everything.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was thinking just people who just aren't on their phone a lot.
Or in an Uber with some buddies. And
Yeah.
you're just talking and it just slips out of your pocket.
And you didn't call the Uber?
Yep.
Oh yeah, if it slipped out of your pocket. But see, I'm the checker. Do you guys do that? Do you just
Oh, of
check
course,
all the time?
Yeah, I'm always checking for bulges.
Yes.
In my pockets.
Yeah, well, good for you, buddy.
Because one's going to be a wallet and the other one's a phone.
Yeah.
I left it at that.
Good job, buddy.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you. I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, Help Wanted is a brand new thing we're doing here because we've been for a long time getting phone calls, texts, messages from rockaholics saying, I got issues. Do you think you guys could help out? And for some reason they think our advice matters.
Yeah, we say we have issues too, but we can surely read your email and give you bad advice on it.
That's how it goes.
Or text, or take your call.
Yeah, so we decided, hey, we have to do a whole segment based on this, and that's what Help Wanted is about. Relationship issues, workplace issues, anything else in your life. And hey, do not think that what you got going on is too dumb for us. No, we know dumb. So give us a call. Give us a text, 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted.
Like this text we just got. Help Wanted. Good morning, everyone. A radio show got me very confused this morning. I went through so many states of arousal, and all I want to do is gamble and drive a BMW. Any suggestions on how to deal with these urges at work?
Oh, yeah, that's a very big problem. I would
oddly specific.
I would complain to that radio station for just playing with your emotions like that.
All right. So seriously, or not so seriously, depending on which text we end up reading, we have texts about nude selfies.
Oh.
We have texts about proposals. And we have a text about financial decisions.
I can't believe Danny finally sent a text to us about his nude selfies. I knew that he's been having issues, and he was courageous.
Well, do you call it a selfie when he makes me take the pictures? I mean,
oh, that's not a selfie.
Yeah,
See,
selfie.
that's no, Danny. That's
Right.
just a nude portrait at that point.
All right, so Danny, which one do you want to hear?
Ooh, I kind of want the nude selfies.
Of course he does.
It's a juicy one.
Yeah.
It's anonymous, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, well, Danny, were you in Hawaii last weekend?
I wasn't.
Yeah,
okay.
he was.
Unfortunately.
All right, well, that's what this text stems from. It says, my girlfriend and I were in Hawaii last weekend while on the balcony. While I was on the balcony, she was in the bathroom. I walked into the bathroom to tell her something. I thought she was in the bath, and she was there naked taking a selfie.
Oh.
I was caught off guard, and I was and she was embarrassed and started saying she was taking it for me. She said, quote, I was going to send it to you when we got home as a reminder of what a great time we had. I couldn't believe that, and I was pretty quiet the rest of the day, and later she said she wanted to talk about it. She said, the truth is, I have skin cancer in my family, and I was taking pictures to compare to future pictures to see if I have more moles. I didn't tell you because it's not sexy. I felt stupid, so I lied about taking pics for you. Now, that makes sense, but I still can't believe her. I haven't seen anything that makes me think she's lying, but I can't shake the doubt that I have. Either she's a cheater who can easily tell lies, or I'll feel terrible if she's actually telling the truth.
Wow, I have to say that this is the sucky thing about stumbling into somebody's private time is that if she hasn't done anything else to make you think that she's been, in a situation of being in an affair, you're kind of a douche. And you need to figure out why you're thinking this way. Why do you think someone's going to betray you?
I understand that, but it is weird walking in on someone taking a picture of themselves naked.
Is it?
Yes.
I really don't think so.
Do you just randomly take pictures of yourself naked?
I myself don't, but I do things that if you stumbled upon me privately, you'd be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm very embarrassed about it. And it's not sexual what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I mean, I would be very embarrassed, and I know I used to make excuses, and now I just come out and tell everybody, okay, here's what I'm about. But it's so I don't want to believe that she's a bad guy just because she's doing something in her private time.
I understand that, but
See, I don't think it necessarily is weird to take a naked selfie because there are times where maybe you catch yourself, you're like, you know what, this lighting and I'm actually looking pretty good. Let me take some pictures for later because when I want to take a picture, I might be bloated. I might not be feeling it. So I understand having some in your bank, but the way she responded, it's, to show you what a great time we had on vacation just seems so cheesy and such a fake line. Like if she did have skin cancer, that might be a thing, but that doesn't seem like a bad thing to say.
So you definitely think that maybe she's a little sketch because of her excuse.
I'm with Vicky. The way she reacted is the weird part. I understand. Like if you're just like, look, I'm feeling myself and I looked good in this mirror and I wanted a picture, I'd be like, that's pretty funny. But like, all of a sudden you walk in and then they're coming up with multiple different excuses and then later on.
Yeah, make new excuses.
It makes me feel like now you've thought out a brand new type of excuse.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
This is tough. I see what you guys are saying. It's tough.
Yeah.
It really is tough. Boy, oh boy. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, The excuses are where it's the downfall for me too. I don't think it's weird to take nude selfies at all because I take those literally all the time.
What do you do with those nude selfies?
Nothing. Actually, I delete them mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's
like
more,
fully naked, like sausage and everything.
No, usually just shirt. For me, it's more of a weight loss thing. I like to compare.
Oh,
and see.
dude, I've got progress pictures left and right, but my.
What are you doing with progress pictures of Danny on your phone? I find that very strange.
I just want to see how he's doing and making sure he's staying on the program that we put forward.
I know. You know what? This is all sketch.
I would be really I think that if my girlfriend walked in on me, because I usually do them first thing in the morning when she's dead asleep, but I feel like if she walked in, I would probably panic and make up excuses too, though. So I don't know. I don't know what my thought would be. I think I would look sketch too and be like, oh, what, hey, and she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, okay, making progress pictures. But so I don't know if I would go that far into excuses.
All right, we have Sarah here who's really ratchet, and I think I feel like she would be on the side of the girl, but I could be wrong.
I am on the side of the girl. My friends take nude pictures of themselves all the time and just send it to our group chats. Some girls just, yeah, they don't send it to other dudes if they have a boyfriend. They just send it to their girls to be like, look at how I'm looking. I need compliments, she was very caught off guard. I wonder how long they've actually been together, because you should just have trust in your relationship. If, she's never cheated on you before, don't automatically assume that these selfies are going to someone else.
Yeah, guys, I think, though, seriously, as much experience as we have in this, shouldn't we go to somebody that's had, the world's experience when it comes to relationships? Shouldn't we talk to Joey D's?
Yes, if anybody knows nude selfies.
Yeah, if anybody knows about relationships, nude selfies, it's Joey D's.
This is a tough one, guys. I really think we're going to have to see the pictures of the woman first before I can make a judgment on whether or not.
Joe, you're not wrong.
Thank you.
Are they sexy poses? Are they just if she's looking for pictures of her with this cancer check.
Yeah.
You're not probably posing and puffing out your chest or putting on some duck lips. You're probably just taking a picture of your body.
Right. And they'd probably be for her doctor at some point.
So Joe's right. We need to see what these pictures look like.
Because if you see these pictures and immediately you want to go to Ivor's, okay, then you know that these are really,
is she holding her, what skis? And going that kind of thing, or what?
Wow, did you? Please, I can't ever look at any picture that has a woman doing that ever again. You've ruined it.
You know the picture I'm talking about.
I do, and I used to like those pictures, but then when you grabbed your own areas,
That's what I said. Was it a sexy pose selfie with makeup and hair done, or was it just a basic naked mugshot style photo?
Let's just say this.
Well, and also too, if you guys have been together, you guys are going on a trip together. Why don't you just ask your significant other to help you if they're really for the skin cancer? And it's where it might be if you have to be naked, it might be hard to reach or hard to take a picture.
That's a hell of I will say, if she is doing bad stuff, what a guilt trip answer.
Really,
to give back.
Because like you said, I feel like a douche if I'm questioning her being honest or not. I want to know the history of skin cancer in your family. I want to see other pictures proving that you've taken past progress pictures.
Talk to her parents.
Yeah.
Is skin cancer really in your family?
This is, it really is a hard thing for me, as it were.
We haven't seen the pictures yet.
Yeah, we really haven't seen the pictures yet. And, oh, man. And if she's done nothing else to make you think there's an issue, oh, boy.
Now, I can understand if it's a relatively new relationship where you're I don't feel comfortable telling them about my scare or my fear of all this. Because if I was early in my relationship, I probably wouldn't hit my wife up or my girlfriend at the time to be like, hey, can you take progress pictures of me? But when I've been on my fitness journey, it's almost every Monday. I'm like, all right, babe, taking off my clothes. Can you take them out? Because it's a lot easier for her to take it than for me to hold it and. You get a better picture, but...
Yeah, that's why I wonder how long they've been together. Because if they're going to Hawaii together,
This is a big thing, though. I will say this, dude. This is a big thing, and this is going to haunt your mind. And if you two cannot figure this out in a constructive way, I will say how she responds... And this is the key in life. If somebody accuses you of something, if you really are innocent, then it's not about you, it's about them. It really is. And therefore, if you are a loving partner and you really care about this person, you'd be like, look, I get that you're scared about this. What can we do to make it right? Because you're not guilty. It's awful tough when somebody feels like they've been accused of something and then they get defensive. Then both of you are just in this battle And if you can't get out of it yourselves, you might need a professional to help you because this will infect the entire relationship. The idea of infidelity is not something that you can take lightly. It will ruin the relationship if you don't resolve this.
Oh, we'll try and bust. Every time she goes to the bathroom, he'll open the door and go, aha! And then she's like, I'm just pooping. Like, what do you want from me?
Dude, I mean, people, and Sarah knows this, and this was tough for me when J. Rubs first moved into the house. I talked to
nude
myself.
selfies?
His nude selfies were really
I
hard.
love them.
I talk to myself all the time. And a lot and loudly. And, you know, when I think I'm home alone, is like, all right, I can do this and talk to myself. And then all of a sudden I realize people are home and I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But eventually I just tell everybody, I go, look, I'm a verbal processor. And also I really practice a lot for my job. I will have arguments. I will do things. I'll take a news subject and I'll just monologue about it. It seems like I'm a crazy person, but this is what I do. But
I'm verbally processing, leaving you alone.
Yes, he has arguments with himself, like upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he on the phone or is he just arguing with?
No, is he arguing with like angry BJ versus like submissive BJ? Like what?
All the BJs
or are they
come
all
out.
yelling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking all sides. Like I'm being interviewed by somebody for a very, very hard subject, and because I really prepare for this job, and this is how I do my life. But it looks like I'm a crazy person, very embarrassing, and I would make up stuff. And people would be like, no, you just don't want to go to the crazy house, so no, we don't believe you.
Well, somebody says, I have really severe eczema, and I'd often take pictures and send to my dermatologist. I've been in the exact same situation where my partner has walked in on me doing it, but because I'm open about what I'm doing, it's a non-issue. Another person says, I call BS. If he caught her at home doing it, maybe the skin cancer story, depending on the pose. But if you're doing this on vacation, you're sending pics to somebody else at home.
Yeah, see, it's tough that you think that way in life. Because, I mean, you
Well,
may
she
be
kinda
right.
Dealt him a weird hand, though, if she's like giving two completely different stories.
I know. It's so hard that we have to think this way about humans, but I can't say you're wrong.
Yeah, and I wonder if he gets a lot of nude selfies from her anyway. You know, like if
That's a
she
good question.
rarely sends nude selfies, that would kind of also be a red flag. Like, you're going to send this to me later, even though you never send me.
Yeah,
And if you want a picture to document how good of a time we're doing, let's have a naughty picture. Like, let's together.
Right?
If you really want to document
We're on vacation right now. Let's
Right.
take pictures together.
I would
I'm very photogenic. Let's go.
And would she show you the pictures? Like, I would show him the pictures to show that, hey, here's what I'm taking pictures of. And if you can see that, oh, these really aren't sexy pictures, she's taking pictures of her skin, but he doesn't say that. And we don't even know if he's seen the pictures. Which, granted,
I wouldn't be surprised if she just quickly deleted them.
yeah, she doesn't have to show him, but it's like if you are somebody I'm going to Hawaii with and I've seen naked pictures of you, again, you don't have to do this, but boy, you really could diffuse the situation if you showed him the pictures you took.
Yeah, because I feel like you could tell if like something was taken to look sexy or if something's kind of like frumpy or just more clinical because you just want to make sure that you don't have any spots on your skin.
you could tell when a woman's taking pictures, for a breast cancer exam, like pictures, they're not sexy.
No.
Even though you can see
like the
stuff.
texter said, they look like a mugshot.
Yeah, they're not sexy at all. So yeah, this boy, yeah, this could be problems. Yeah.
Well, I hope you had fun in Hawaii.
That's the other part, dude. I don't blame the guy. You're taking her to Hawaii and paying for him. I don't know who paid for the trip, but if he paid and she's taking pictures for somebody else, yeah, I would be so livid. I mean, I can't blame this dude for being upset. I think, yeah. God, now I'm turning over to, all right, I'm on his side.
Oh, look, dumper.
Yeah.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Usually with my office, we do a flat fee that includes all your court costs, filing fees, credit counseling, credit reports, and one cost. In Chapter 13 cases, that usually starts at about $900. With Chapter 7 cases, the total cost, including all your court costs, attorney fees, is usually about $1,500. We offer payment plans on Chapter 7, so you can start a file with my office for as little as $200. You can send your creditor calls to us. We'll take your creditor calls while you gather up your information and make payments on the rest of the fees. With Chapter 13 cases, we can make payment arrangements in most cases as well and get your case filed even sooner in a Chapter 13 case because of the reorganization aspect to it.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
If you're a business owner, you know these sounds mean sales. And from the sound of it, your business is growing. Whether you're fulfilling orders from your home office or warehouse, Stamps.com helps you stress less about mailing and shipping and spend more time doing what you love most. Listening to ASMR. I mean, growing your business. But as you grow, so does the need for efficiency. Stamps.com simplifies your shipping and mailing process. Import orders from wherever you sell online. Find the lowest rates with the fastest delivery times. Instantly deliver tracking updates to your customers. And buy shipping and mailing supplies when you run low. Save time and money on mailing and shipping. Get started at Stamps.com today with code PROGRAM for a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I don't know how I feel about this story I'm about to read. Because obviously, look, you don't advocate violence. You don't advocate people shooting anybody. But the reason I'm torn on this is that one of our own brethren I just read, Elvis Duran, who's a successful radio broadcaster in New York, narrowly got attacked. I mean, I guess some woman tried to hit him and cut his face.
I saw that, yeah.
You know, and apparently this woman went and did it to somebody else. Missed him, but cut somebody else's face, I guess. And so, you know, here you are. You're just doing what you're doing in life, and somebody comes up, looks like they're trying to attack you. So this is why this story I'm torn on, because there's this 21-year-old YouTuber named Tanner Cook, and very lucky to be alive after he pranked a random guy at a mall in Virginia on Sunday, and the guy shot him. But again, you know, after what happened to this guy Elvis in New York, who, you know, just somebody came up and tried to do him harm. I think if Elvis had a gun, I wouldn't have blamed Elvis if Elvis tried to defend himself, thinking that someone. So yeah, this is a tough one. If people are pranking you, trying to do stuff, and you don't know if you're really going to be hurt or not, you just have no idea.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's because obviously you don't want to see someone. I mean, I think he's going to be okay. The guy, and I think he's not in critical condition, but he's still in the hospital. The kid that got shot. But yeah, absolutely. Like I think about that even yesterday. We go to Chipotle, the car next to us just seemed kind of sketch, and I'm like, okay, this could be a weird moment, you know, and I'm just kind of like standing there waiting, like, I'm like, you guys just heading to Chipotle first, like, you know, because you just don't know what's going to happen. I sure as hell don't want anything to happen to my wife and my kid. And this guy was just doing whatever he was doing, but, you know, you just don't know anymore.
No, you really don't. And that's why being a practical joke pranker guy trying to get YouTube videos views, okay. Well, you know what? What do you think now, Tanner? Because this is what he does. He asks women to play naked twister. He pretends to puke on Uber drivers. You know, he's what he is.
So he's a guy that just does pranks.
Yeah, he's what he is, just for YouTube and, you know, recording people while he does it.
Oh, yeah, here's one of his, I saw one of his things, asking strangers to play naked twister.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
And like 50,000 views.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got 50,000 views and he's got one bullet to the gut. It's just like, okay, congratulations. That's what you got to show on your resume. He was in a mall in Northern Virginia, just outside D.C., approaches this 31-year-old dude named Alan in the food court. Alan didn't find the prank funny as he pulled out a handgun and shot Tanner in the stomach. So now I don't know if at this point Alan knew that he was being pranked. In that case, then, Alan, you're an idiot because, you know, it's one thing if you're not sure at the time something's going down and you defend yourself. But if after the fact you go, oh, you a-hole, I hate you pranked me, and then shot him, well, yeah, Alan, you deserve to be in jail.
Yeah, we got to stop with these damn pranks on people. Like, you know, like I'm definitely not justifying what this guy did at all. Like, I mean, this guy sounds like he's clearly like, that is messed up. But stop messing with strangers. Mess with your friends. Yeah. It's like if you want to do pranks, mess with your friends. Like, don't mess with like people you don't know. I'm like looking at some of his videos, man. He's got like videos of like a angry guy charges cameraman. So like they're pissing people off.
Yeah.
And sadly, he pissed off the wrong person.
Well, and I think that's a good PSA for people. It's like, I understand like wanting to get content for your pages or whatever, but it's like at that point you realize that not all of these people who are very successful people, they sometimes go up to people and ask them if it's okay if they do something first. You don't see that because that doesn't get the viralness of it. But at the same time, you know what? It's like, be smart. Just go up and ask people for their permission so that way you're not dealing with the wrong person.
Yeah, the bullet pierced his liver. Paramedics sent him to a hospital. He had surgery, so he's going to be okay. The dude, Alan, is in jail for shooting him, which, you know, to me, I understand. You know what, Alan? But but that's the thing. You lose your temper. Unfortunately, you're an idiot and don't, you know, you really have your gun on you. And that's
I'm curious what the prank was.
Yeah, and here's Tanner's dad, you know, describing what happened.
They were making a video in the mall and trying to have fun with people, and this guy wasn't having fun, and they were interviewing him or talking to him, and he didn't like it and pulled the gun out and shot my son.
Yeah, see, I wish I knew what it was. You know, Dad, you're not doing anybody any favors basically downplaying the kind of idiot that your son is on YouTube.
Because I'm just looking at some of the videos.
They're just having fun.
Aggressively sniffing people's ears prank, barking in people's ears prank. You know, like a lot of these are sitting at a stranger's dinner table prank. Okay, I kind of like that one. That was kind of random, but you know, like some of these seem like that you're kind of shocking and you're startling people.
Yeah. And when you startle somebody,
that's not fun.
No.
Can you imagine if somebody like came up to you and started trying to sniff your ears?
I might punch them.
Exactly. Yeah,
especially if they bark in your ear and you're not expecting it. Like I would probably just turn and swing just to protect myself.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Your adrenaline gets going. You are startled, and I hope that's the defense that they use for Alan in court to say this kid goes around and started. Here's the thing. Alan's lawyer is going to have all of these videos and go, this kid goes around and startles people and shocks people and irritates people, and that's what he did to my client. My client lost his mind because he was startled and irritated, and yes, it was horrible that he shot him, but you know what? This was a provoked incident.
Are these local guys? Because one of their first videos, maybe they were just in town, one of their first videos is cutting in line at the Washington State Fair.
Oh, wow.
Oh, see, I hate this kid so much, and I hate his father.
The whole, like, they're out there having fun. I mean, dude.
No, they're not.
They're causing massive inconveniences for people. Like, remove the shooting part. Like,
yeah.
If I was the dad, I'd be like, stop. You're playing with fire. Like, you're messing with people, and you might eventually mess with the wrong person.
Yeah, honest to God. And look at him disrespecting the Limp Bizkit look with the red cap turned around backwards. That's horrible.
That's what it is. See, I like the nod to the biscuit.
You like the nod to the biscuit. I think he's disrespecting the biscuit. I hate this kid. I really, hate's a strong word, but I'm sorry.
It's going to be okay, but I hate this kid.
Yeah, I really hope this is the last video we ever seen from the guy, but I wonder if he's going to use this as cred and go, hey, I got shot. I'm so amazing. Ugh. Well, and I hope Alan's okay. I hope Alan does not serve a lot of jail time. I hope they figured this out. I mean, maybe they'll probably take his gun away from him, unfortunately, because you can't go shooting people in a mall. I mean, that's just, I would, but like, Steve, they didn't tell us. Bad reporting. They didn't tell us what the prank was.
I know. A lot of people are like, what was the prank? And I don't see it in any of the stories. You would think so. At some point, it's going to come out what the prank was. There was enough people witnessing it or amongst Tanner and his silly friends or whoever it was the kid's name is, they're going to eventually say what the prank was.
Yeah.
They're probably going to post it online and try and get a bunch of views from it.
Yeah. I wonder if they will. I wonder if you want to incriminate yourself or make yourself look bad. If I'm Alan, do you get to do counter charges? That's what I think. If I'm the lawyer, I go, we're going to countersue this kid.
It depends on what was done, because was it a form of self-defense?
Yeah.
Or were they just were they trying to whisper in his ear or bark in his ear or do one of these dumb, one of the ones they would break store items in front of workers.
Okay,
or jokingly fire employees at stores that they don't work at.
See, that's what I mean. Though there's so many.
These kids
there's
so
many of these shows out there, and I mean it. Goes back to even the Jackass days and stuff like that. But what you don't see it with a lot of those is that they get permission to film people, or I'm not saying that they all do, but some of them do, and it's that's why they don't get beat up every single time because.
This is what's frustrating about our business. We're regulated. We can't do stuff like this. We can't. We have to let people know they're being recorded in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. You cannot record somebody without them knowing. We've talked about it before, so sorry, all of those shows that do the updates and the pranks and the whatever and the all those calls. They're all actors.
What, they really didn't go on a date?
No, they don't.
You know what, man? Yeah. Now you're telling me somebody didn't actually have a crazy first date that ended up not being.
I'm sorry.
All that special.
Yeah, I apologize.
Wow.
Nobody's wedding dress got burned, and that someone's calling them to do a prank on them.
These aren't. Oh my
God. They're not real people. So.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that the wrestling isn't predetermined.
Wrestling is actually not predetermined, and as it turns out, it's been completely not predetermined, and it's completely real the entire time. You have been had by the people that had you.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So, and that's the thing.
That's why Cody Rhodes lost.
And so YouTube is not regulated, and it cracks me up.
It's still the Wild West.
Yeah, it's so bizarre to me that we have all these rules we have to follow, and then a kid can go out and do stuff like that and bother people, and can do it without a problem.
Well, apparently there was a problem.
Well,
he did have a problem.
Here's the thing, and I say this just to let you know how we have changed as a society. My generation, my father would have said you deserve to get shot. That would have just been a prevailing, it may have changed a little bit for you, Steve, but in my generation, whenever a child was reprimanded or even physically, corporally punished by another adult, parents always sided with the adult, said you probably did something to deserve it.
Yeah, the shot one, I don't think I think they'd still be very angry about it. But if all of a sudden, when we did our stupid things and something somehow it got back to us, they'd be like, well, you deserve that. You were doing something stupid. So doing that, maybe if you didn't do something stupid, you wouldn't have had that happen. But the shooting part, I still think my dad would probably lose his mind.
I'd come home with a gunshot wound and hear my father would say, what did you do? Well, that was always the lie. What did you do?
I remember back in the day when I was in high school, our teachers were not always all that. They didn't handle us with kid gloves. They kind of sometimes handled us with
you
weapons.
went to an all boys school too.
Yeah, so they would hit us and stuff. And there were times where you had a mark, and we came home, and my dad was like, "Well, what'd you do to deserve that?"
Exactly.
Let's talk. But you don't want that to happen. You definitely, but this is crazy.
The pendulum swings the other way. We've done a great job as a society to make sure that kids like you don't have to go through that anymore. Because, there was abusive stuff that happened in those days and in my days. But now
some took it too far.
The pendulum has swung the other way because, this is not stuff that should be happening. And the kid did it. And, I really feel bad for Alan, who could very well have just been startled to the point where he just was pissed off and unfortunately made a really bad decision that he might stay in jail for.
Now, this has nothing to do with the gunshot thing, but you said something that got triggered a thought in my head.
Oh, okay.
I would love your guys' feedback.
All right, here we go.
It just happened to us. We were at a Knutson farm. So my daughter and her cousin were playing at a little sandbox. They have like these sandboxes there, right? So I'm still learning how to be a dad, clearly. I mean, only 3 years in. So I don't know what is everything. I don't know what the right way to do things is. There's no handbook. And if there was, I don't read. So unless they have a podcast version of it or a YouTube, I'm not paying attention to it.
Sure.
But I'm still trying to be as good of a dad as possible. But I don't know how to handle other kids.
This is a problem. Yes.
Little heads that are so my daughter and her cousin are playing at this sandbox, and they've got all these little like tractor trucks and like things that create like little snow cones, and they're having fun. And this little turd of a kid comes over and takes it from them.
Oh boy.
And then posts up at the same sandbox, and there's like multiple sandboxes, and starts playing. I say playing with them, playing in the same area as my daughter and her cousin, but not really being very friendly. Like just being a total
that's not good.
A term I probably shouldn't refer to a toddler as, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
baby.
I'm looking at this kid, and I'm just like, I'm looking for the parent, and there's no parent to be found.
Oh,
so there's a sea of parents, but nobody's like, sometimes you could tell like, oh, that person's watching that kid.
Yeah.
There's none of that, and so I'm watching this kid be a jerk to my daughter and to the cousin, and I'm like, I don't know what to do right here. Like, I'm kind of being like passive aggressive. I'm like, all right, let's go to another sandbox because clearly this little kid doesn't like to have fun with you guys. I'm like trying to shame her.
Nice line.
But I'm like,
I love that line.
I don't even know if that's the right thing.
It's a great
to do.
line. I support that line.
It's like,
you know what, kid? I got words I'm using with you.
Right. I think I even said like something like my wife's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, clearly this kid doesn't want to have friends."
Yes.
So
let's move away from.
I'm like, is that even the right thing to do?
Turd boy.
Turd girl.
Oh, it was a girl.
She was, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's Mean Girls right off the bat.
But like, I don't know, like, do you step in? I know, like,
oh wow,
I've stepped in before, and not in an aggressive way, but like if Lily was playing, especially when she was smaller, and somebody would come be a jerk to her, I would be like, hey. We don't do that here. And I would, you know what I mean? I would get like almost like teacher voice on and just be like, and I wouldn't be like, again, so if a parent came up to me and said anything, I'd just be like, hey, she was playing with it first and she took it. That's what happened.
That's why I kind of figured, like, even like when the kid took it, I'm like, you guys could take it back if you want.
Yeah.
Like, and because this went on for a little bit. Like, I was just like, and I'm there, my wife and the mom of the cousin, they were off doing other stuff. So I'm just watching them by myself. And I'm like, 'cause one time at a playground, a kid pushed my daughter and I just looked at the kid and go, watch it.
Yeah.
And my wife thought that was the funniest thing. Like, what are you going to do? I'm like, nothing. I'm not going to fight a 4-year-old.
See, I miss those days. That should be enough. Like, what are you going to do? Your voice and your command should be enough for a child.
It startled the kid.
Yeah, and it should. I got yelled at for startling a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm looking at this is what's so, and again, this is, I am an older person, so this was a Gen X parent, and of course I'm a Boomer parent. Her child had a piece of rebar and was using it as a sword and just waving it around with all the other kids. And I just see this and go, well, I am so far away. I am not going to be able to stop the horror that might happen. So I use my voice, which, I boomed, and I just yelled and I said, hey, knock it off right now with that. And the kid looked at me. He froze like you're supposed to as a child when adults. The mother comes at me and starts just going, how dare you speak to my child that way? I go, do you see your son has a piece of rebar? And you're not even paying attention. I just saved you an eye bill for putting that kid's eye out.
Right.
She still wouldn't acquiesce. She was like, you are totally wrong. And of
nobody
course
wants to see a stranger yell at their kid. I understand that. But if your
kid's an idiot.
If your kid's being an idiot and that stranger's looking out for the safety of everyone, including your kid, you gotta kind of like accept
By the way,
it
it wasn't my kid. I was looking out for a rando's kid, which I will say at least somebody else came to me, the mother of the child, who she said, but again, she didn't stick up for me, but she waited till and then she said, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking at her going, why don't you stick up for me? Why don't you come and get my back? I saved your kid's life for you.
Yelled at her.
Yeah, I mean,
now it's convenient to side with me, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I was alone on that island, and I'm like, you know what? It's the thing. I don't know if they consider it toxic masculinity, but it's like, no, that male father voice. When you're like, God dang it! Now I have to get out of my chair. You made me get out of my chair and miss my show. That's that voice where you as a child should go, okay, we effed up. Yeah. You should be able to have that voice mean something to children. And I'm 100% behind you.
It says, punch out the parent. You can't touch the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Killers of the Flower Moon is now on digital.
Oh my God.
From director Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro.
You got one more chance. I'm coming after you, son.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Buy it now on digital.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You got to check out this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. It's a mom that came up with an awesome way to deal with a phone scammer. So what she does is a phone scammer calls up, she puts her toddler on the line.
Okay, that's brilliant.
I love this. And of course, you know,
that's you're using your kid for good.
Yeah, letting the little kid talk to the scammer.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hey, good
Are you
morning.
Miss Megan? Morgan?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you the owner?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Daddy has.
I can't understand what you are saying.
Are you the owner?
That's
it's clear you're
fantastic.
talking to a child.
That is
Are you a
fantastic.
moron?
Well, I like the way that she even almost says it like she's talking to. Are you the owner?
Right.
Yeah.
She started talking baby talk.
Yeah, it's like, so stupid.
I think we know the answer to that. You really think this 3-year-old owner or whatever 2-year-old owns the home?
Yep.
I love this. Do you think that these scammers get paid by the amount of time they're on the phone? Because I would just hang up.
Yeah.
I would just hang up and go, okay, it's time to scam the next person. This isn't the they got me. I'm out.
Imagine that's your job.
Oh man.
I know, dude.
And is it a scammer? Was she like a telemarketer? Like I know, like on the video you see on the phone, it says potential scam. So I think that's why she referred to her as a scammer. You know how like
Yeah.
sometimes on your phone it
Yes.
says that, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know. You know, like, you know, sometimes telemarketers, maybe they're selling a legit product, but you look in your junk mail and
Yep.
like a lot of it looks like it could be legit products. Like, and so it's like, but yet it's totally scam to me. And like, maybe they're just trying to get my information. I don't trust anything.
It's like that with some of these targeted ads on Facebook. You're like, that thing looks kind of cool. And then you're like, you look at the website URL and you're just like, that doesn't even look like that doesn't even make it sound like a store. It's just like a bunch of letters and numbers.
Yeah, that usually is a great indicator that, yeah, you're about to get
I bought a
fished.
few things from there. I haven't gotten them yet, but I'll let you know.
All right. Well, you know what? I have high hopes. You got a
It
good
said
price.
it was safe and secure.
I love that. I really, really love that. I'll put the TV on. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching TV and I'll answer the phone and I'll just put it up to the speaker of the TV and let them like see what I'm watching. Usually it's like, you know, some space epic where there's a big battle happening.
I used to love when people would do back when soundboards were a thing. Remember when the internet it was all about like the Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes.
one
Oh, yeah.
or the Full Metal Jacket guy.
Who was your daddy?
Yeah.
And what does he do?
The Homer Simpson one.
Yeah. Oh,
Back-
those are fun.
Those were so much fun. I used to love using those. Like before, obviously, we talked about it earlier about how, like in radio, you really can't prank anyone without getting their permission first. But back in the Wild West days of like doing it and just not realizing you could get into a lot of trouble before companies really like crack the hammer or whatever the whip on that. I loved calling random places and using like the Homer Simpson one. And every once in a while, you have like a fun bit. But sometimes it would suck. But there you get a handful of times where you're like, I can't believe this person's having a conversation with Homer Simpson.
Imagine the chat GPT.
Oh my God!
That basically could emulate Homer's voice, and it would just answer based on the questions it's asked.
You wouldn't even have to type anything because the AI would answer it for you.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Celebrity voices, things of that nature. People, now poor Craig Gass will be out of a job. Nobody will ask him to do his impression of Gene Simmons and prank call somebody.
Man, he's got to figure out something else to do.
Really is.
It's a good thing he's funny besides that.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd be SOL.
He would be SOL. I think of our buddy Justin Ruppel. What are they going to do when ChatGPT takes over?
I mean,
with all their impressions.
Yeah, man, take up gardening.
All right, gardening's a good thing.
Yeah.
Steve, I would like to apologize to you because, you know me. Whenever we do surveys and stuff, I really like to make it generational. And I have another survey that is generational, but for some reason, nobody cares about Gen X.
Okay, good.
It is funny.
I'd rather they don't.
You've mentioned it before, and now I'm really paying attention. It does seem like whenever they want to talk about generational stats and polls that are put out, it's like Gen X just gets F. They go, we don't care what Gen X thinks. We're going to talk to boomers, and we're going to talk to millennials.
No, it's because everyone hates boomers and millennials. That's the two people that everyone hates.
Gen X is Switzerland, in my opinion, when it comes to like generational beef, which I think is silly. And it's like people who argue over, East Coast is better than West Coast. Like I see that a lot in like any kind of like music or wrestling. It's like, just shut up. Like there's crap on both sides of the coast, and there's greatness on both sides of the coast. We can pump the brakes on
Thank you for recognizing greatness on this.
But it's like the argument about Gen Xers are better. Gen Xers are just kind of in the middle of it all. Like we get along with boomers, we get along with millennials, and we just don't give an F.
Yeah.
That's going to be your problem because Zoomers are going to be coming for you because the Zoomers need an enemy, right?
But you know what the crazy thing? We still won't give an F.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're the won't give an F generation.
I really think that's what Gen X is. I mean, think about the music and like the art. The Generation X was kind of about being like you were like slackers.
Yeah.
And you were just kind of like, I'm just here to exist, brah.
You say that, however, like, to BJ's point, though, I will say that like those are a lot of the kids these days you're going to be the old people to those people.
Yes.
So it's like that's where even if you guys don't give an F, I feel like when the Zoomers start doing surveys and stuff,
we'll see.
It's going to be like the Gen X, those old curmudgeons.
Yeah. Let's go back to Steve when he's in his 50s.
It'll be our 60s even. Like that's where it's going to. I think that's when
I'm going to tell that 20-year-old. I'm like, you know what? You're going to be old one day, too, and you're going to hate it as well. So leave me the F alone.
Yeah. And they're going to
take shots all you want, but at some point, age is going to catch up to you as well, Zoomer.
Or they're not even going to call you guys. That's the funny thing, too, is they might not even call you guys Gen Xers at that point. They're just going to be like, oh, you boomer. You're going to just automatically be a boomer.
Oh, boomer's just old person.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that.
Okay, it'll be okay, Xer.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Survey says 21% of adults say they think it's okay to have a work spouse. 45% say it isn't appropriate.
Okay.
Has any of us had a work spouse on this show? Anyone like?
Ooh.
I've always heard the term. I've never been that person.
Define work spouse.
I don't know what that means.
All right, this is how I view a work spouse.
Okay.
It's the person that like you gossip with. It's the person that you go get lunch with. Maybe even you go to the gym after work, like if you're like our building has a gym.
Is this somebody? Is this a gender that you would normally be attracted to?
I would assume so.
Okay, that's what I would think too. So obviously, if you're heterosexual, it would be the opposite gender, or however you're identifying, whatever gender you are attracted to.
Whoever you would have as a spouse in your actual life.
So that same gender or same identification would be
my
the same.
guess.
Otherwise, it doesn't make. Otherwise, it's just a friend.
Yeah, just best friend.
Yeah, that's what I would look at.
Because I was going to say Joe's my work wife, but we're just best friends.
Yeah, right. Joe, you guys have a bromance.
Yeah, bromance.
Yeah, that's what you guys have.
The only time I've ever been like super super close, like in that kind of with that kind of description, we were actually like in a relationship. Like I met a coworker.
Yeah,
you know?
see that's a thing.
That my work spouse was the person I was having sex with.
Oh,
like so.
Oh, you really were taking this work spouse thing.
Yeah.
Although some married people be like, that's not true then, because you're having sex.
Yeah, the idea of work spouse, I would think, means that you have a significant other. And you have somebody at work,
I
think
it's
that's
plutonic.
what qualifies.
Like or at that point, I would even just argue like it's a plutonic. Plutonic.
It's
plutonic.
If you're in Pluto, yes, that's a Plutonian relationship.
Look at the relationship with Mickey and Pluto. That makes sense.
That's plutonic.
Yeah.
That word.
Plutonic.
As long as because I don't think you actually are having sex with them. Because my next thing was going to be like I think the closest I have is with Sarah. And because we gossip,
So she's your work
we
spouse.
hang out, we
You
go
get
get
lunch.
lunch.
Probably your work spouse.
We hang out, but it's not that we've never been like attracted to each other in that way.
Well, and then was that whole discussion about emotional cheating, which again, if you're doing everything but sex, you're kind of doing everything in a relationship but sex, and not, and they used to call that emotional cheating
I'm
sometimes.
not trying the dishes with that person. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you know it's real?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My wife would be furious if she found out I was drying dishes with another person.
We do have a dishwasher.
Is that euphemistic, or is that really drying dishes?
I'll leave that up to your interpretation. It is what you want it to be, man, like a good song.
So it used to be, I think people were more open to work spouses, but now 45% say they don't think it's cool. How about this? This is a generational gap because 40% of boomers say work spouses are fine. Millennials go, no, dude, it's not fine. Only 18% of millennials approve of work spouses.
You know why, I think? Because if you're a millennial, you're younger, so you may be in a newer relationship, so that anything would feel like you're kind of crossing the line, whereas people who are older have been maybe married for 20 years and are comfortable and secure and not jealous.
I don't know how to use cell phones, so they can't check on you.
Okay, that too. But you know what I mean? Like they're like, I'm clearly not doing anything wrong. Yeah. My significant other knows I'm not doing anything wrong. We've been with each other for 20 years. This is just somebody that I spend time with at work that I kind of like, is someone helps my work day go quicker.
I don't know who came up with this. I don't know who to blame, Gen X or boomers, for coming up with the whole concept of work spouse.
I feel like this has been around since I've known. So I feel like it's definitely an older generation thing.
So if it's a boomer thing, then we came up with this while we were relatively still young then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That kind of debunks that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why it is, except
maybe
it's just,
you boomers were less respectful in your relationships in the early days as opposed
I
to
think
Gen Xers.
here's what it is.
I don't know.
Millennials are the children of boomers. So I just think it's like, I think what happens, and that's why, to Danny's point, I don't know if your kid is a Zoomer. I don't know what generation your kid's going to be.
Well, pain in my butt. That's what she is.
Okay, there you go. Well, it's interesting because your wife is a millennial. You're a Gen Xer, but really, your kid's probably even not a Zoomer. I don't know what your kid is. But the idea being that the parental generation and then the kid generation, they're not going to get along with each other. They just because you don't get along with your parents, you think what they do is stupid. So in this particular instance, we boomers made millennials. So of course, millennials are going to think everything that we do is stupid.
Ooh, Tatum's going to be a generation alpha.
Oh, Generation A.
Anyone born from 2010 through 2024. And that's actually Lily, too. So.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, Steve, you are, because, you decided to, marry a younger woman.
Yes.
You're way outside this. We don't know where to put you in this paradigm.
I'm just leave me alone and let me know when you need me for something serious.
Okay, there we go. It's going to be interesting because what will what will she think of you compared to what she thinks of your wife, since you guys are different generations? Well, I mean, I hope so. As we get older, do we get more awesome? I don't. It depends. Sometimes, I look at my friends and I go, they have gotten less awesome as they've gotten older.
Fair. Someone said Danny is BJ's work spouse, Vicky is your daughter, and Ted is Steve's work spouse.
Ooh, boy, oh boy.
Although my wife does joke whenever I'm like, hey, do you want to go see this concert? She's like, how about you ask your other wife?
Oh. Yeah.
And I'm like, Ted's not my other wife. Come on.
No, it's a bromance. It's different.
Yeah. We might be romantic with each other, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not it's the same with me and Joe. If my girlfriend's not around, it's me and Joe hanging out.
It's different though when it's a gender when it's a gender you're attractive to. You know what I mean? That's where it gets a little crazy if all of a sudden you go, holy crap, I could actually maybe like this person if I weren't in a relationship. That's the, you know what I mean? I for me anyway, I've never had a work spouse because the kind of people I would be like wanting to be a work spouse with, I probably would fall for. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah. It was funny once, though. I mean, it's a little related, but my wife does CrossFit. She's like, are you okay if I do a CrossFit competition with a guy? And I'm like, of course, I don't care. And I was like, I think it's funny you're asking because, like, you've seen me in matches against females in wrestling. And I'm like, and I pulled up the picture. It was like, I had a match with one of my buddies, this Rebel Kel, who's a great wrestler. And she powerbombed me. But to powerbomb somebody, I'm basically, my legs are over her shoulder and my front is in her face. And I'm like, you're asking me if it's okay to do a CrossFit competition with a guy when just last week this happened. Of course I'm okay with it. Like, that would be so hypocritical if I was like, no, babe, I'm not okay with you doing CrossFit with a dude.
Yeah, granted though, you are a glorified hypocrite. So I'm proud of you that in this instance you've decided to not be such a hypocrite.
I'm hypocritical with stupid stuff. That's like a serious.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
That's why.
Okay, fine.
I'd look at Danny if I was saying if he was the stupid stuff. But.
My wife used to have at her church a prayer partners, and that was part of the thing that the churches she used to go to years ago. And it was a dude, and I'd be pissed.
Well, because then they're yelling, "Oh God," and you don't know why.
Exactly. Yeah, that's. I wasn't as cool as you were with us. Like, no, honey, you can't. I don't want you to have male prayer partners. What does that even mean? Again, I didn't know much about this church and its religion, but I just go, you know what? I don't trust religions where all of a sudden, somebody decides you need to be whatever, and next thing you know, you've got to make kids with this guy.
But you were cool with Dr. Pokey.
Dr. Pokey was like an ancient.
All of a sudden, he became a raw fish on top of like vegetables and
Guys,
rice.
I can't talk today, all right?
Today, I mean, join the club.
Dr. Pokey, he used to give us great fish bowls. So what do you want to do?
I kind of want to meet Dr. Pokey.
Yeah. He was an old dude that honestly, if he could do anything, I'd be surprised.
Well, there's pills and shots for that.
Dude, I don't know if they would even help. I mean, it looked like you'd break this guy. I mean, that was how old he was. So it's like,
So what if he was a guy like in his like 50s?
Oh, I would have. Yeah, that would have been a problem.
Yeah,
I would have been like, "What is happening down here?"
Yeah.
I just would have been like, "I'm sorry, it's too much like a cult." And that's hey, what are you gonna do? All right, well, congratulations to everybody and their work spouses.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I started again.
Is it pomegranate or Old Bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
Oh, yeah.
I know Justin from Everett is. Justin, are you there?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Justin has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Send it.
What U.S. president coined the phrase good to the last drop, referring to coffee?
Pass.
What ingredient provides the pearls in bubble tea?
Boba?
No.
Gelatin?
No.
Pass.
Which 2008 comedy had the tagline, put this in your pipe and smoke it?
Half-Baked.
No.
I'll come back to it. Oh, no.
In what European city did Princess Diana suffer her fatal car crash?
Paris?
Yes. The branch of biology that deals with the study of plants is called what?
Botany?
Yes. What number did Derek Jeter wear on his New York Yankees jersey?
I hate Jeter. 4?
No.
8?
No.
12.
No. Carol Baskin became a household name after being in what Netflix documentary?
That was the Tiger King?
Yes. What was Toyota's first popular hybrid car called?
The Prius.
Yes. Okay, with that, you get 4 correct, Justin.
All right.
A little shaky in the beginning there, but then you got a few correct.
All right, we'll see how Steve does with that.
Yeah, I feel like Steve's going to win. But the one time I have faith in Steve.
We'll see.
We'll see. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What U.S. president coined the phrase good to the last drop, referring to coffee?
Ooh, I'm going to go with Eisenhower.
No.
Roosevelt.
Yes. What ingredient provides the pearls in bubble tea?
What ingredient? Tapioca.
Yes. Which 2008 comedy had the tagline, put this in your pipe and smoke it?
Comedy?
Yes.
Half-Baked.
No.
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
No.
How High?
No. In what European city did Princess Diana suffer her fatal car crash?
Was that in Paris?
It was.
Yeah.
The branch of biology that deals with the study of plants is called what?
Botany.
Yes. What number did Derek Jeter wear on his New York Yankees jersey?
Oh, crap. He was number 2.
He was. Carol Baskin became a household name after
Tiger
being in
King.
what? Yes. What was Toyota's first popular hybrid car called?
Prius?
Yes. What gas makes soda bubbly?
Carbonation.
No.
Hydrogen.
No.
Methane.
No. Jimmy John's is known for being freaky what?
Fast.
Yes. And with that, you get 8 correct, which is a win. 8-4.
Oh, sorry, Justin.
I'll be back, Migs.
I'll see you then.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
That's it.
Best.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It's not a tumor.
Consider that a divorce.
Your clothes, give them to me.
Now.
That's all I got.
Thank God.
Who is your daddy? What does he do? That's all I got.
Oh, does anyone know the 2008 comedy that had the tagline "Put this in your pipe and smoke it"?
Is it Super Jaime?
It's Pineapple Express.
Pineapple
Come
Express.
on! How do we forget that one?
That's a good one.
Oh, that's so bad.
And then what gas makes soda bubbly?
Is it is it carbon?
Carbon dioxide.
Oh, carbon dioxide.
Carbonation. I should have went down that road.
Yeah. But you still won 8-4.
Yeah, who cares?
Good job, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're doing okay for
Yeah,
yourself.
9 right, 8 right, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. Oh, Pineapple Express. Just been watching the Fabulous Gemstones.
The Righteous
the Righteous
Gemstones?
Gemstones. That's it. Yes, because Danny McBride's in that, and of course he's still Danny McBride. He's still just killing it.
He's so good.
I really, he's just so awesome. So there's a poll that was out. Okay, they said, all right, man, what is the most annoying thing that you always seem to forget? Oh, this is 100% me. This
Okay.
poll was made for me.
Oh, man, there's a lot. This weekend, I had that moment, or even yesterday, as we were leaving the hotel, I was like, I don't know where I put the rental car keys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we just left the room, and I
It's
was
on
like,
the
looking at my
list.
wife. My wife's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know where the rental car keys are. I have no idea where I put them. Somehow they ended up in a bag that I'm positive I didn't put them in. I think Tatum put them in there.
Oh, that's a beating.
Because I left them on the counter right by where the TV was at the hotel, and they weren't there, but I didn't even think anything of it. And as we were leaving the room, I'm like, don't know where these keys are. I don't know what we're going to do right now. This sucks.
I actually had the exact same thing happen. My little brother grabbed my keys because he wanted to play with the trunk opener, and he put them somewhere. We took, 4 of us, an hour to find them.
Oh.
And of course, they blended in. He put them on the Bowflex that my parents have in the garage.
Of course.
And it's black, and my keychain has a lot of black stuff on it. So, yep, couldn't find
Oh,
it.
that's a beating.
Yep, that would have been fun.
That's why, you know what? These kids, I think that's why you have a little hanger thing. I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
That's why you get them.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, when you're in a hotel, you just kind of like, okay, I'll just put them here, and I don't have to think about a 3-year-old picking them up and putting them in a random bag in our.
Now you got to bring one of those command strips, those command hangers, and attach them to every hotel you go to.
That would be pretty funny.
Or it can be like me, and I rage bought on Amazon the little Apple AirTags. So I can just connect it and just not have to worry about it.
Oh, Amazon was like, yeah, we got you, Vicky.
Yeah, well,
We
your
saw
little
what
brother,
happened.
I feel like it's going to come in handy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna attach those to everything.
Yeah, and to the little brother, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
You know what?
actually,
You
yes.
might as well.
Man, I mean, at this point, until we can chip these kids legally, I say do it.
I mean,
So this one here has lately been happening to me, and I'm like, I don't want to believe it's because I'm old.
Okay.
And that's just walking into a room and going, why the hell did I walk in this room?
Dude, I've been doing that since my 20s.
All right,
I don't
good
know,
for you.
man. I don't know if that's and maybe old age makes it a little bit worse, but there have been many times that I'll just go into another room and I'm like, I have no idea why I came here.
Dude, I sit there and then I go, okay, I'm going to make this a memory challenge. And I look around trying to see any sort of visual sight sort of cue as to why the hell I'm here.
See, I'm on the flip side. I'm like, I'm going to go back to sit on the couch and I'll figure it out when it pops back into my mind.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wish I could be that way, but I don't want to go, I have to get up again.
no, I get kind of mad and I do what BJ does, but if I still can't figure out why I went into the room, I go to the previous room I was in and I look around for clues.
Like retrace your steps.
I'm just like, what did I need from this room? And it pisses me off.
I'll
I
tell
hate
you, it trolls me because I'm like Steve. I'm like, when I finally give up, I walk halfway down the hallway and then it's like it hits me. Oh, I know what I came in here for.
Yep.
And that's like, now I got to walk back that way again. You son of a.
I think that makes me think of, though, there are times I'll go to a store and I'm like, why did I come to this store? Like what?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
wow.
like a grocery store mainly, not like a
I've
clothing.
never had that happen.
Oh, it has. Where I'm just like, I get there and I'm just like, I'm buying stuff that I see because I'm like, oh, I kind of want that, or I need some new deodorant. I should get some deodorant. I'm getting kind of low on my deodorant. And now I realize, what did I come here for in the first place?
Oh, I have done that. Okay,
Yeah.
I have done that where I have I didn't buy the original. I don't,
Right.
but I don't remember that I forget till I get home and go, oh, damn it, I was supposed to get this in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've had that happen.
Yeah, my wife's giving me a hard. Like, I'll come back. I'm like, I got all this cool stuff. She's like, did you get the bag of salad? There's like an Asian salad mixture thing that she loves. It's like, I'll be right back. Didn't get that. She's like,
Yeah.
that's why you went to the store in the first place.
Well, did I though?
But I got deodorant.
Yeah, I won't stink on the way back. How about that? I did it for the people. How about people's names, annoying things that you forget? That's a thing that just everybody does. I mean, unless you meet that savant and you want to just slap them silly where they just have the ability to remember people's names.
I am so impressed by those people that can remember a name first time. And then whatever they figured out whatever their tactic is, it's impressive.
when I have enough time to know I'm about to see somebody that I don't know who, like, I'm like, oh, wait, I think this, like, sometimes I'll go to the mall and there's always a dude that works at the mall and I'll be like, oh, he's going to come up to me. I got to remember his name. So I put it in my phone. But it's been months since I've seen the dude.
But then you got to remember where you put it in the phone, or do you have like a folder?
I call it, so in my iPhone I go, it's Bellevue Square Mall Guy. And then it puts in there, then I go to the notes where his name is.
I can't give you a hard. There have been times where I've done that, where it's like I meet people, a listener, and I'm like, I'll write it down. I'm like, oh, next time I run into him, because I'll run into him at the gym or something like that. But I'm like, I don't remember where I put it in my app. Like, I have no idea where it is.
See, that's why you have to have Bellevue Square Mall Guy.
Yeah. But what if you meet multiple Bellevue Square Mall people?
Then I have
like bearded Bellevue Square Mall Guy.
Everybody has that as their name. So I've got his first name. It's like Jimmy Bellevue, and his last name is Bellevue Square Mall Guy. And then there's Joey Bellevue Square Mall Guy. And then the notes I put, one's got glasses. What I get irritated is the places that have high turnover. Like I want to say, like
dare they?
Like at Zulu's game store, I love to go to. I had names for everybody because they have a lot of employees, and I want to like remember their name. And if they ever saw the way I describe them, I would get arrested.
Okay,
because you know, here's one guy to fat guy, here's one guy to bald guy.
Sally with the sweet hoots.
Yeah, exactly. They could never see that. But then the turnover happens, and then I run into it. I got my phone, I'm ready to go. I do all the prep work before I walk in, and then there's somebody I don't know. It's like, you don't have sweet hoots. Who the hell are you?
Oh, so you'll prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering about that. Like if you run into him, you're like, hold on 1 second. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going?
I do that if I see somebody from a distance and go, oh, man. I have to do it with Danny every time I want to like talk about his kid because I don't know if it's one L or two L's. Oh. And I always forget how many L's Lily has.
I have no idea. I think it's one.
No, it's two.
Yeah. But I'm never writing Lily.
Well, every once in a while, I'll go, hey, I hope you and Lily have a good time, or
fair.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's just like, and then I'm like, as I'm writing, I'm like, oh, Danny got mad when I said his last name wrong one time. He'll get mad if I don't put the extra L in there.
I never got mad. I just told you how to say it right.
He came at me, Steve.
I don't know how you thought A-hole was his last name when it starts with the letter Z.
I know it's Asholi. I thought it was something different than Asholi. You're right, Steve.
It was kind of rude.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, so there you go. There's my life right there. Forgetting everything.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. 206-803-ROCK. Call that number, text that number, and when you get through, Steve's got a number for you to do.
Oh, is it a number? The number is energy. Show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. James in Wyoming. Thanks for listening on the Odyssey app. AUDACY. James, you're on The Rock.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Steve, I got something for you.
Yes, it's 2 in a day. James, you're the man.
Yeah, it is.
That is fantastic, James.
What did I do today to deserve
Appreciate
this?
that, buddy. Thank you very much.
Was that it?
I think that was it. Hold on, I've got the wrong thing over here. I think anything else, James?
Nope, that's it.
There you go. All right, good job, buddy.
That's showing some energy and bringing it right there with a horn.
You know, usually when someone says, I got something for you, it doesn't go well, so I'm glad that these are going well.
Dude, I always get that moment of panic, like, what is about to happen? Like, what is this person going to say? Is it going to be negative? Is it going to be this? And then it's a horn honking BJ. Woo! I'm a happy camper.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to honk. That's also the number to text. 206-803-ROCK.
Earlier, we were talking about unique side jobs, and somebody wanted to share that their side job, street busking. I don't even care about the tips. I'm not doing it for the money. I just love performing in situations where people don't expect it and winning them over.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you have musical roots, but you know what, you just it's not a day job or a night job that can pay you like a day job.
I had a buddy every once in a while. He did it for like an extra couple bucks. Like whenever because he worked like a lot of odd jobs. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go hit like Pike Place with a guitar and just jam out and make a couple extra dollars. I'm like, do you make much? He goes, sometimes, but if there's a lot of tourists, I can make some good coin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
I think if I was ever better at playing guitar, because I can play like normal things, but I always feel like with busking, like people want to like request music, and you'd probably make so much money.
Oh,
and I have a couple of friends who can do that. Like you could literally throw out any song and they can figure it out. And
it's like our buddy Glenn Cannon. Like he's like that. Like he's like, play this by the Cult.
I would be street busking every day after the show if I could play that kind of guitar.
You should do it one day.
Yeah, but you got to be good, Steve.
He's fine.
I mean, I can play, but I
I've
don't.
seen some street buskers where I'm like, what, did you just learn the instrument?
No, it's fair.
And just a heads up, if you do want to be a street busker at the market, you do need a permit.
Oh, really?
$30 a year.
$30? That's not that bad.
No, it's not at all.
I think you're going to say it's some like, ridiculous process to get it. That's not bad at all.
Nope, you just pay your permit, pick it up, all that fun
And then you
stuff.
just show up to whatever corner that's not being used by another busker?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
And I wonder how the people at the airport do, because you see all those performers at the airport.
Those, I believe, are arranged.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a friend who was doing that for a while. She would just have like her specific time. She would go in and just perform.
I think Sub Pop sets it up, the Sub Pop store.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty
Oh, that's
sure.
cool. And so Sub Pop just books people and helps them get money.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they have something to do with it because I've seen some of their employees. The few times I've been at the airport, I'm like, oh, I know that person because I do music and stuff, known them, and saw them working at the Sub Pop store, and then saw them also performing. I was like, I bet they had something. I bet they're in connection. They're in cahoots, BJ.
You know who really impresses me is the guys that do magic in Vegas. Like you've got all the shows that are inside the big theaters, but then you're walking around. It's the magic huskers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much money can they make? I'm wondering about those guys because sometimes they have assistants, so they have people helping them out.
You blow somebody's mind, they might drop $20 for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I think that could be me, like back in the day. Like
That could be your son, the great Joe Genie.
The great Joe Genie, Vegas magic husker.
Dude, we could all go busk one day. So Joe will do
busker,
magic.
yes.
Yeah.
Danny, you'll get out the guitar.
I will play the guitar.
I mean, I've played the buckets before, not very well.
Dude.
The drum buckets, that's hard.
There's a guy outside a Mariners or a T-Mobile Stadium now, and we saw him. He has his full drum set, and he
Yes.
just plays along with music. You should do that.
I could do that. I feel like it's
Oh,
a lot
that
easier
guy.
to travel with just a bucket and some drumsticks, but you know what? Why not?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that guy was impressive.
He was impressive, and he was also drowning out the
Bible guy.
the religious guy.
Oh, the Bible thumper?
Yeah, and it
Yes.
was like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
I hope he was like
nice.
doing some Slayer songs.
Nirvana. But yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Really, you're right, Danny. We should get somebody just to do some Slayer songs right next to the Bible thumper guy.
good.
If I could play the guitar really well, though, I think I would do the busking thing in Pike Place Market since it's not that expensive to do it for a year pass.
Yeah.
Go right by like the original Starbucks. 'Cause that's where
Oh.
all the tourists go.
That's where they all go.
And just jam out to all the Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, all the quote unquote grunge bands.
Yeah.
Because you know you got the tourists that are there
Yeah.
to see. Oh, I'm doing the touristy thing, seeing Starbucks, and they're probably also being like, I want to hear grunge.
Yeah.
So you just start playing it. You probably make a killing.
Yeah.
I
Think
bet
he
there's
could
somebody
knit
there
him a
doing
flannel?
it.
With flannel, yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody's doing it, Steve.
I don't know. I know there's a dude on a piano that kills it out there. Like, he's really good. Like
Yeah.
a little mini piano. Man, yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. Like,
Today's the day for it. You should try it. The weather's going to be great. This is going to be great down at the
All
market.
right, so I got 40 minutes to learn how to play Nirvana songs.
I think you could do it.
Did you hear how I did the ukulele?
Yes, I did.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I could do
I
Come
feel
As
like
You
you're
Are.
gonna get something down at Pike Place.
Wait. So Joe's magic, your drums, I'm guitar. What is BJ going to do?
He's going to just piss people off so they pay him to walk away.
I'll be my own
insult guy.
I'll be the anti-Bible thumper.
You could be
Oh.
insult guy.
Insult guy or the anti-Bible
Okay,
thumper.
either way.
Didn't you say you wanted to get back, like try to do stand-up comedy? Maybe that could be your thing.
I don't know if I've ever seen a stand-up comic
That,
busker.
I don't know if I've
Right?
seen a busker doing comedy.
You should try.
Try it. What if that's like the new thing?
You can't do long stories. It has to be like Mitch Hedberg.
That's the
type
problem.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like Mitch Hedberg would be the perfect comedy
Yeah.
busker because they're all one-liners and quick.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? These are all great ideas that I'm not going to do.
So crafts?
Yeah, I could just craft in front of people and just make it for them as I do it.
See, I was thinking you could knit our flannels while we're playing
Yeah.
out, so that way by the end of it and then you could sell those to the tourists.
Okay, I need to learn how to do that, but that is a good idea.
So it's your daughter could dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got this all dialed in.
Yeah, get a pole. She's in.
Okay, Dad. I was thinking maybe like street dancing, like
Yeah.
like slamming and
Oh, I thought you wanted to
know.
make
Crunk
money.
stripper.
crunk dancing, not stage.
Well, if you want to make
Strip
money,
dancing.
you got to give the people what they want.
I just
I
thought
like the record to be known that I was not suggesting your daughter dance on a pole.
I just make
But
these
Dad
assumptions whenever
was.
I just assume that's where you were going.
No, late night daddy's not expecting her to do these kind of things.
When you have a name like Late Night Daddy, it's hard to believe you're not expecting people to do certain things.
So I just read that apparently you're not allowed to have any brass instruments or drums, but what if we get like the kid toys and then play those? So Danny can get like a kid guitar and you can get one of those kid little drums and get around that rule and do like a kid band.
That is smart because drums are very aggressive
Yeah,
and,
they
very,
are.
and very loud.
How come they don't have that rule outside T-Mobile?
Right.
I don't know if that person's actually following any rules when they do it. I think they're just setting up shop on like a public street.
Yeah. Well, and according to this is only for Pike Place. Like, you could go
Yeah.
anywhere else in Seattle and you don't need a license.
That makes sense because Pike Place is its own place.
Yeah.
So that, if you're going to be on their property, which I guess you'd have to be on their property.
Let's go do it on a ferry.
Yeah. Oh, people would love that.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen people with like acoustic guitars perform on a ferry and actually got a good reaction.
Oh,
but they
really?
were talented.
Yeah, not
That's,
drums, though.
yeah. And
Not
it's got to
no
be
drums.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be quiet. It can't be anything electric.
What about like bongos? You think bongos are okay?
Yeah.
Those are not quiet.
Like the little ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how to play bongos?
I mean, I can hit them.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all we need.
Yeah.
One
What
time
else
I
do you
was
need?
super wasted at a club in downtown Seattle called Ibiza, and it was like that kind of a club, like where it's like playing like super like Ibiza music, like you're like somewhere like in like Mexico, and
Sure.
like super like dancey, but like
Like
rhythmic.
the Caribbean rhythmic
Yeah.
music, like steel drum almost.
And I was tossed. I remember it was back in the Chad Eaton days, and Chad Eaton was there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where it was like a very trendy place, like very expensive drinks. I couldn't afford to be there, but I was there. And I'm just wasting. I look at the guy. There's a guy on the bongos. I'm like, yo, can I jam out? And I don't know why. Probably because I was there with Eaton. Maybe like that intimidated him, or he was a Seahawks fan. And he was just like fired up. He's just like, yeah, man, sure. Next thing you know, I'm just hammered, just like, Eaton's filming it. He showed it to me like the next day, and I'm like,
my God.
what did I do? He's like, it was awesome. Look at you go. And I'm like, I like remember it, but I don't remember how I got there.
Oh, the Chad Eaton days.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol was consumed that night. And
Yeah.
that's the last time I ever played the bongos. My hands hurt.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you don't know, like, the force you're using, like if you were a sober bongo guy.
How long did you do it for? 6 hours, Steve.
The entire night.
Yeah.
You just left us. We all left. You were there in after hours. You went until like 4 a.m.
I got a broken wrist, and I don't know why. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text. It's listeners on the loose. Daniel in Illinois. Thank you for listening on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. Daniel, you're on the Rock.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good, thank you. What you got for us?
I got something for all of you. I'm going to show you guys some love right now.
Oh, okay. It really is just one guy on the show who's 5, and his name is Steve.
This is what our shows become. People just call in and honk their horns.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal.
This is, you know what? It's too bad your daughter's not here because she would appreciate it as much as you.
I think she'd be pretty fired up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks,
you rock.
buddy.
Hey, anything for you guys.
There you go.
Anything for us.
All right. So basically, the rule now you know if you are anywhere where you have a truck horn, we will let you call in and beep your horn. For Steve.
What's some of the, like, we go to our radio convention, like, what are some of the things that you guys do on your show that seem to work and connect with your audience? And we'll be like, well,
Yeah.
we ask our audience to honk horns at us.
Look at us.
What do they
Yeah.
win? Nothing.
Nothing.
They
Oh,
just
no.
get to honk their horn for us.
They just know that one member of the show gets very giddy about
Yeah.
it.
This is why nobody asks us any questions at the conventions. And this is why we never win any iPads or anything special. We just don't win a thing.
Well,
They
we've
give
never
away
se-
iPads?
They have.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
They used to give away, like, one time they gave away, like, a Dyson vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, they gave away stuff.
I'd be
Yeah.
in for that.
Same.
Yeah. This current form of management, though, that's got boot camp, you get nothing. I mean,
Wait a second. Don't you get, like, $500?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
$1,000?
Yeah.
That's way cooler.
Wait, you're giving away money now?
They have been for years.
yeah.
Where have I been? How come I
At
have
the bar talking someone's ear off.
that's
Yeah.
why.
And making someone cry.
Making women cry.
Well, I should get paid for that, shouldn't
Making
I?
some poor intern that's just trying to make it in the business cry.
You know what? Get out of the business, kid.
That could be your thing at Pike Place. You make women. I make women cry.
There you
Tip
go.
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I promise you I can make your wife cry.
I think some people would like to see that happen. And I'm your man.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
If you're a business owner, you know these sounds mean sales. And from the sound of it, your business is growing. Whether you're fulfilling orders from your home office or warehouse, Stamps.com helps you stress less about mailing and shipping and spend more time doing what you love most. Listening to ASMR. I mean, growing your business. But as you grow, so does the need for efficiency. Stamps.com simplifies your shipping and mailing process. Import orders from wherever you sell online. Find the lowest rates with the fastest delivery times. Instantly deliver tracking updates to your customers. And buy shipping and mailing supplies when you run low. Save time and money on mailing and shipping. Get started at Stamps.com today with code PROGRAM for a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. Also, you call in to get your dreams crushed.
Yes.
If you really believe you can convince me that you're going to make your dreams come true, 206-803-ROCK. I will crush your dreams.
I don't think we're going to get any calls.
No. Well, we have Daniel in Fetty Way.
Oh.
Yeah, Daniel wants to do this. Daniel, you are on The Rock.
Dream on.
Oh, gentlemen, I am here to take up BJ's challenge and get him to crush my hopes and dreams.
Daniel, you're screwed.
Yeah, so I know. Daniel doesn't understand how much I'm irritated by his very existence. But you go ahead.
Daniel, did anyone ever tell you have a voice for radio?
They all no. They say I have a face for radio and a voice for print.
And a voice for who?
Frank.
A voice for print. You know, books.
Oh, a voice for Prince.
I think you said Prince, like the singer, guitarist.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
okay.
got it. All right.
Got you.
Got you, Daniel. All right. What dream do you want me to crush?
Okay, so I'm going to become a mega billionaire, and how I'm going to do it is I'm going to build a giant death laser, and I'm going to threaten all the world leaders and tell them to give me $100 billion.
Okay.
He's got the jokes.
Yeah, he's. You know what, Daniel?
It was at this moment I regretted asking anyone to call into the show.
You should go into stand-up comedy, Daniel. That's really where you're.
Daniel, you sat through the song to say
that? No, that's not going to work. I do good as a truck driver. That's my life stream right
man.
there. Being a truck driver.
Okay, so you're stuck in traffic, so it didn't really matter. You were on the phone waiting to say that one, did it?
I've never seen Steve actually question a listener's motives before. Like, you've disappointed him so much. He's just like, Steve never thinks anybody wastes their time
I still
doing
love
anything.
you, Daniel.
I really don't. But you know what, Daniel?
I also excel at crushing people's hopes and dreams. So, love
congratulations.
you guys.
All right.
Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, there you go, Daniel. Thank you for listening and contributing, Daniel, even though...
Again, my favorite part, because of the way that we sit in the studio, you guys are looking at me, and I get to look at both of you, and then Joe in the background. And every time Joe puts a call through that he finds hilarious,
he looks so proud.
He is just laughing his ass off.
It's like he just gave birth to something.
Yeah, like that was the greatest joke he's ever.
You know what he's
in his
doing?
entire life.
My son is the ultimate troll. He's been that way his whole life with me. He trolls the F out of me ever since he was come out of the womb.
Finally getting his revenge on you.
Oh, this is the perfect job for him. Oh, I get to screen calls from my father.
I'm going to put
this
through
is gonna be great.
everybody, including Daniel.
Yeah, even Daniel's getting through. Well, there you go. That was a great dream. Yeah. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
So said, if you guys didn't make it into radio, what other occupation were you interested in? From Anthony and Sumner.
Ooh. Oh, that's easy for me. I would have been a supermarket dude. I wanted to be the guy in charge of the
still
checkout.
can.
You could be the host of Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, the problem is they don't. It's not like it used to be.
Oh, that's a little ambitious. He's not going to be able to do. I was thinking he could be like a greeter at Walmart. He's around that age.
That's fair.
That I would love to do. I mean, if I you guys have laughed. I would check into that if the medical bennies were good, because I wouldn't even care about the pay, because hopefully I'd be good enough that
You'd
I
be
don't
retiring. Yeah,
but the medical bennies are nice to have when you're an old person. Just to be able to make up for whatever Medicare doesn't do. I would Walmart greet my ass off. I'd love that.
I think I'd want to become a sushi chef.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
you have to not
Yes.
Yeah.
He's made sushi before. He's a world famous
I'm getting
chef.
better at it.
Yeah.
And I'm about to embark on my world famous sushi bundt cakes.
Nice.
You're going to do this as a hobby, right?
Well, right now, yeah.
Okay, good. I support your hobby.
Yeah, I'm becoming the chef of all chefs.
Yeah, no, it's a great
So
hobby.
long as there's Instagram, I will always have ideas.
And boy, nobody does have ideas on Instagram. You will be unique in that.
That could be my. Oh man, I don't even know if I want to share this one because this is brilliant.
Oh, really?
And it's out of my character to say something so brilliant.
Yeah, that's
but I think I want to open up a restaurant and all we serve are cool stuff I find on Instagram.
Yeah. I support this.
It's not your worst idea. Except again, you're going to have to execute this.
Insta Yum.
Insta-Yum.
Steve Migs is Insta.
And
I
you're
can see it at T-Mobile Park right now.
All right. Insta Yum. It's not I mean, I don't know. It could be a good idea. I mean, who knows by the time you get done
on
with
the
this.
videos will just be the original Instagram posts all around. Like, you want that? I got that.
Oh,
I'll
that'll
make
be the
it up.
menu. The menu is going to be all the posts.
Yeah.
And I go, I want that or I want that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. That's not horrible.
All right.
I mean, it's, again, there's a lot that goes into running a restaurant, but I know you will take care of all that other stuff that goes
I will
along with it.
hire somebody to do
There
the
we go. Yeah. I feel like it is just going to be The Bear. That's what I want to see. I just like that TV show, The Bear. I want to see you involved in a restaurant like that.
Oh, it's be me on Instagram all day.
Yeah, well, the rest of the
I'm
employees.
working.
I hate his guts, chef. I know what you mean, chef. He's a friggin' idiot, chef. You're right about that, chef. I mean, that's how we're going to be hearing at your restaurant.
And I'll be like, I'm rich as F.
Chef.
Employees.
Oh, you're not even a chef. All right. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. I'm not sure how Joe, I'm going to try to decipher what the hell you got going on over here. I'm going to go to Michael. Michael in Edenville, you're on the rock.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Not too bad, Michael. What you got for us, buddy?
So I sent you guys some coffee from Casa de Cafe.
Oh, yeah. That stuff was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, I'm just a white guy, wanted to become a coffee farmer.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on hold after that.
And now...
What the hell does that? Is there something I'm missing? Do you have
now I'm a black woman.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything for being anything you want to be in life? Is there a rule that says you can't be a white guy and be in the coffee business?
Have you not read the rules on the internet, BJ?
I really see a lot of white people in coffee businesses, so I don't even know what the hell. Do I go on with this guy? All right, I'll give him a shot. He sent us free coffee. All right.
Hey,
Let's leave our ethnicity out of whether or not you want to do your dream, you half a racist. But anyway, what do we got?
I wasn't. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just an American.
How did you mean it?
I had to say I was just an American guy.
Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Does that make it
guy did it?
Does that
trying
make
to
it
make
better?
some coffee?
Oh my God! I can't do this anymore.
We are American guys.
Where's the text of the guy that wants to be the business? He can have my job right now. I'm done. Look at my son. And
I tell you, every
my
time.
son knew I would hate this guy.
Every time Joe is laughing on the floor because of the calls he puts in.
God bless the USA.
Okay, listen.
God bless the USA.
All right, look at Greenwood. Here's what I want to know. Should we continue?
No.
Danny says no. Steve, you haven't gone to
more from the
all right,
American
here we go.
guy.
All right, Michael, you are the American white guy. Welcome back, sir.
All right, didn't mean it like that, guys. Okay.
How did you mean it? When you say I didn't mean it,
anyway,
how did you mean it? There's no anyway. If you didn't mean it like that, then how did you mean it?
Well, I meant I'm just a guy that didn't know nothing about coffee, and I went to
there
Columbia
we go.
and started a farm.
Okay, so that I can appreciate, but now we can
Okay.
teach you it has nothing to do with being an American. It has nothing to do with being a white dude. You were just ignorant to making coffee.
Hold on, time out.
Yeah?
He said he went to Columbia, so the context of him being an American guy does matter. He's an American guy.
I hate this hobby of mine. This hobby should never have turned into a career.
Columbia.
Hey, so what do you guys think of my coffee, though?
It was delicious.
I hated the advertising. I hated the way you presented it to us. The coffee is good, though, but I think you need to get someone that knows business.
Yeah, I probably do. That's why I want Migs on my side.
You got me. I liked your coffee. It was really good, actually.
It's tasty coffee, but I forget there was something about how this all went down that rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't know what it was.
I can't remember.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
I just went to Columbia 5 years ago and decided to become do something with my farm down there, because my wife's Colombian. And I decided, let's do coffee,
All right.
And,
so what if your wife wasn't Colombian? What would you be doing instead?
probably radio.
There we go. All right.
Radio guy.
All right, so Michael, you're obviously your wife's Colombian roots. I mean, I get the
So
coffee.
do you
is
own a
big
farm
thing.
in Colombia now?
What's that?
Do you own a farm in Colombia?
Yeah, we have a home in Guateque, Boyacán, Colombia. It's about 10 acres. We grow about 400 pounds of coffee a year.
So is this a hobby or is it a job?
It's a hobby right now, but we're looking to go forward and make it a job. To buy more farms.
Michael, that's got to cost a lot of money though to be able to just maintain it. Are you getting to the point where you're at least breaking even, or is it still? Are you losing money but you just love doing it?
No, we don't. We're breaking even, so we love doing it. It's just a passion of ours. We
That's
both
great.
love coffee.
That's
you
great.
know,
If
and
you're
it's-
breaking even, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I didn't know nothing about coffee, and I went down there and took fourth place out of 70 farms last year in our region.
Okay, I have to go because I don't know what Steve's doing, but it's not on the radio. But Steve is still playing guitar to back up his singing. I'm not like I look at you and I'm like, what are you doing? As this guy's talking, you're playing a fake guitar.
I'm hearing he's an American guy.
You're the only one hearing it. The rest of us are still trying to do a show, Steve. I don't know. You're having a party.
Colombian.
Okay. Wow. I am going to go with the
My
next
dream
caller.
is to become a songwriter.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to crush that dream because that's obviously he's doing it and he's breaking even. It's a great hobby.
All right. So there we go.
Yeah.
You need the new marketing manager.
All right, Landon in Bothell, you are on the
Took
rock.
a little effort, but we got through that one.
Yeah, we sure did.
What's up, guys?
Landon, where the hell are you? You are in the middle of Noisy Town, USA. What are you doing?
I am working for the city of Bothell's park department, taking care of the parks.
All right, cool. So,
bunch of birds there?
Yeah.
Actually, there are. I'm going to be up. I'm actually going to be up there. Maybe I'll see you, Landon, because I might be doing a little Burt Gilman trail walking up that way.
So you're about to say I'm about to do a little bird
Hey,
watching.
I'm at the parks all the way till Saturday.
Woo! There we go. I might see you, buddy. Okay. Anyway, you and the aviary over there killing me. What do you want? Why are you calling us?
So I want BJ to crush my dreams.
I'm going to crush your phone. Is what I'm going to do. Joey,
my
Danny, and
dream-
Steve are not even going to participate in this call. They just want to see me lose my ass, and it's happening. Just so you know. Hey, to all of you.
He's an American guy.
All right. Oh, God dang that bird. Please shoot the bird. I'm sure you won't get in too much trouble. Please shoot the freaking bird. All right. What? What's your dream? What do you want to do?
So I enlisted in the Army as a combat engineer, but my overall dream is I want to be a special operations engineer, which is join the Rangers for the Army.
Well, you're in the Army, though, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving to join the Army.
Well, I feel like, dude, I feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Don't you have to be in the Army, go through all that process, and then, have a shot at being a Ranger? It feels like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, so the process is pretty simple unless you get past Hell Week and everything.
I like
You
this.
go in.
Well, I mean,
He came
you go in,
prepared.
do your basic training.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to pitch my dream, even though it's already been accomplished, so BJ can't
So
crush it.
Landon, why would you call to have me crush your dream if, in fact, you are actually doing everything to try to make it happen? I mean, it doesn't.
Whoa,
He was challenging you, man.
I know. Here's the question, Landon. Are you an American guy?
Oh, that's a good point, because you can't be a Ranger if you're not American.
Well, I'll tell you a little about myself. I drive a
Okay, that
Ram
was a joke question. We
1500.
really didn't want to. Are you going to gong this call? Or
No. So you drive a Ram.
Okay.
You drive a Ram. What else?
Okay. Okay.
He has a bird.
Well,
Bird! Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Landon. Steve's interested. I'm not, but Steve is.
I'm very interested.
Well, I'd say I'm a country boy. I love working on farms. I have a Ram 1500. I dress Southern all the way.
What does that
my
have to do with
family's
being What does that have to do with being a
You have a
Ranger?
belt buckle?
Yes, I do. I got a couple different belt
What kind?
buckles.
Like one with an eagle on it?
I got.
Oh boy.
I have a support police department one from Snohomish County.
Okay.
I got a bucking bronco one.
Nice. Those are sweet. I will give you that.
Do you know how to line dance?
Can I ask?
I do know how to line dance.
Landon, look, granted, if we were like on a Tinder date, this would be great. But I don't understand what this has to do with your dream, the fact that you're a country boy with a big belt buckle.
My dream is for me to have a heart attack on the air.
Oh, good dream.
And Landon is helping me make that dream come
Landon,
true.
I've already said I support, I'm not going to crush this dream because it seems like you're doing everything you want to do, so I don't know why you're still defending yourself. Unless you really want me to crush it. Are you wanting me to get you out of the Army and tell you this is a crazy idea? Because I will if that's what... Oh, sorry, Landon.
There it was.
He's a foul-mouthed guy.
Yeah. You know what? Landon said something that was really important. Basically, before we had to dump him, Landon said that
there's a belt buckle.
Yeah, he asked, because I asked him, I go, it seems like you're doing great. Why are you calling up to have me crush your dreams? But he was looking for validation because many people outside of his parents have said, don't try to be a Ranger, you're crazy. And Steve, that's where I agree with you. It's like, why would I crush his dreams if he's executing on this plan that seems like the right way to go?
And he's not trying to get into radio. I think that's really the end of the thing. It's
Well, I mean...
So long as you stay out of our business, BJ won't crush your dreams.
Because here's what's going to happen. You know what's going to crush his dream?
An American guy.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know how to drink. He's not a white guy that makes coffee, so that's probably going to be his biggest strike against him. What'll crush his own dream is not even, it'll be him. He'll go, this is too much, I don't want to do this. That's why I don't got to tell him. He'll figure, the Army will tell him whether or not, by just being the Army, whether or not this is something he really cares about. And he will go through the grueling process if he loves it that much. So I'm saying, dude, I got no reason to disagree with your parents. And the rest of the people are idiots. What they should be saying is, wow, that's crazy. That's something I would never want to do. But people do come off by saying, you're crazy, you shouldn't do it. But what they really mean is...
projecting that they're not capable of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it really does suck for people like me and probably Landon who want just validation and a little scared about taking this big leap. Do it, dude. You know what? I am a dream crusher, but in this case, do it. You will find out one way or the other if it's what you want, but you'll get great experience doing it. I got no problem with this.
How about that?
I know. Sorry I didn't crush the dreams.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Killers of the Flower Moon is now on digital.
Oh my God.
From director Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro.
You got one more chance. I'm coming after you, son.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Buy it now on digital.